Money on my mind, got my money in my mind, right? Money on my mind, got no time for that limelight. I'm from California, man, I guess we'll start with that. Banged out starter caps, glued to the cul-de-sac, looking like an artifact, trying to get their money back. Yellow jackets coming, mom about to have a heart attack. Southeast San Diego, we was at the heart of that. You moved about the hood, my nigga, you ain't want no part of that. Move to work and let the money drip the laundry mat. I pray to God the homie get his little daughter back. So many problems and it's not even a part of rap. So many suckers and they hating and they copycat. And life is bigger than these bitches that you hollered at. And if you bleed a dollar, better get $3 back. And all I'm giving is the facts. Pay attention to the stats and never making mention of the jacks. Gotta keep the money stacked, work your way through the traps. Money motivated to the max. Money on my mind, got my money in my mind, right? Money on my mind, got my money in my mind, right? Money on my mind, got my money in my mind, right? Money on my
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I get one of these motherfuckers should get me over there. Yeah, there it go. There it go. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all living in this bitch, man? You know what I'm saying? It's Friday, man. You know what I mean? Payday for some of you motherfuckers. Make sure y'all hit that cash app one time for your boy in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to all my subscribers, man. I appreciate y'all running up the videos, man. I appreciate y'all following. Yeah, that shit mean a lot, man. Getting the momentum going on the channel, man. Keep it growing, man. I'm streaming on YouTube, Kick, Twitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing shit over there on TikTok. You feel me? You can find me everywhere, man. Put in Cali Dre, the remix with Cali Dre, man. I'm going to pop up like the nigga from State Farm in this bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up with y'all, man? How y'all living, man? We finna get to it in a minute, man. I just had to put the finishing touches on this motherfucking blend, man. Y'all know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Roll something up. You know what I'm saying? Post something up. You know what I'm saying? Tell them badass kids to go to bed. You know what I mean? It's about that motherfucking time. Take their ass to bed so you can kick it with your boy Cali Dre tonight, man. We finna get into a couple stories, man. I got a bunch of shit I want to talk about. I don't know how much of this shit we really gonna get to, but I got a bunch of shit I'm gonna talk about tonight, man. So yeah, man, chill out, relax, man. We finna get right to this thing, man, because that's the only way I know how to motherfucking do this thing, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, on that note, you know what I'm saying? On that motherfucking note, yeah, let me take all these logos and all this shit down, man. Let me get to the real deal, man. I'm here fucking around and shit, man. Let me get to the real. Let me get this shit off, mama. Get that shit out of here. And put me on the motherfucking screen. I'm the nigga y'all came to see. What's happening, man? Yeah, man. We finna get to it, man. Let me put this threads up real quick because I got a bunch of shit I want to talk about, man. It's been a crazy ass day, man. It's been a bunch of shit going on, and we finna get right into it, man. We finna get right the fuck into it, man. Here, look, check that. Y'all thought I was check this shit out, man. Check this, ladies. We starting with y'all tonight. You're living foul in this motherfucker, ladies. You're living foul. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, no. We ain't going for this. We ain't going for this shit. How dare you? We starting this shit off with a bang tonight. No, let me flip that back. Listen. Listen. If you ever in the bathroom taking the shit and your girl knocking on, don't open the motherfucking door, bro. Because this is what you looking at. This shit ignorant as fuck, man. Oh man, right. Damn. Fuck. Yeah, shout out to Angela Johnson in the building. Salute, Queen. Appreciate you for tapping in with your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This shit wild, man. This shit wild. That's just the beginning. That's just how we just finna begin this shit, bro. I was gonna do some politics shit, but I'll do that shit tomorrow, man. We covered this a little bit earlier, actually about earlier in the week, man. Ex-Charger Star DN repeatedly raped his I guess his wife and abused her. That's what the court filings say. So it's I think I got a couple videos on this, man. We're gonna tap in with this a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, what's up with you? Hello, friend. I thought that was you. What's up, friend? How you living out there, man? I see you. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for tapping in, Queen. We finna get right to it, man. What else did I want to look at? Hey, yo, this shit, I don't know if y'all seen this shit right here, man. New Jersey, I think this is a Whole Foods or Costco. The motherfucking roof collapsed in this bitch, bro. Yeah, nigga just walking in there, bro, trying to get him some canned goods. You know what I'm saying? Get that ramen noodle pack cracking and the whole motherfucking roof collapse. I don't even know how you explain this shit. I'm suing the hell out of somebody though. That's for sure. That's for sure. A fat lawsuit on the way. You know what I'm saying? What else did I want to look at, man? Yeah, I gotta talk about this motherfucker. I ain't gonna get political tonight, but I gotta bring this shit up right here, bro. Charlie Edits. What's up with you, family? Appreciate you for tapping in, man. So this Republican motherfucker right here, ex-Florida governor nominee Andrew Gillum, allegedly had meth, cut straws, and a bong during his arrest. Now, y'all may not remember this dude because he fell off the face of the fucking earth when he got found in a hotel room with a man. So that the Republican Party disappeared his motherfucking ass soon thereafter. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I had to put this motherfucker right here on blast, bro. I had to put this motherfucker right here on blast. What's up, Solid, man? Hey, I appreciate you for tapping in, Queen, man. Listen. Oh yeah, nah, we that ain't even the half of this shit. Oh, let's go here. Let's go right here. I don't even know why I got this up here, but fuck it. It just seemed appropriate for my show. You know what I'm saying? There's no story behind this. There's nothing. Yeah, I mean, this just seemed really appropriate for the remix with Cali Dre. So that's why we fucking throwing this on the show. You know what I'm saying? We stand for all of this. This may become my new thumbnail. Okay, this may become the intro video to the motherfucking show right here, man. Yeah, I just had to throw that in there. No commentary. I just felt like that video kind of speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? What else, man? What else we got up this bitch, man? Floyd Mayweather hit with a lawsuit for promoters over Tyson and Pacquiao fights. So they say Floyd Mayweather broke, man. They say his pockets turned inside out. He owe everybody money. He probably owe your mama some money. You know what I'm saying? Floyd Mayweather probably owe your mama about $200-300. That's how deep in debt they say Floyd Mayweather is at this point, man. I don't know if that shit true, man, but it ain't looking good, man. Shit ain't looking good, man. This is the problem right here, though. This right here is a motherfucking problem. Microsoft cuts 4,800 jobs, including many at Xbox in a reset of the gaming division. You got me fucked up, bro. Listen, my Xbox already motherfucking cutting off and doing all kind of weird ass shit. Now you telling me they didn't cut the jobs? Now they didn't already cut the customer service. You used to be able to call and cuss a motherfucker out and get your shit back right online. Bro, you got to go through a whole bunch of bots and AI and all this shit now, man. So Microsoft, y'all living foul. You motherfuckers is living foul, bro. What else did I want to throw out there? Yeah, let's look at this. It's a Sexy Red reveals she sleeps with junk on her bed because she's a young hoe. I mean, that's basically kind of that's what it says. I don't know. That's Sexy Red bed. So fellas, man, if y'all going over there, you running the Sexy Red at the club one night, she off the E, she lit and she drunk, she like, come back home with me. You gonna have to slide all this shit off the bed onto the floor before you can even get any kind of action, man. So keep that in mind, I guess. Keep that in mind. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't gonna get too political tonight, but this is some bullshit right here, bro. The Treasury scraps plans to put Harriet Tubman on the $20 bill. Now, if y'all remember, Barack Obama, when he was president, said he was gonna put Harriet Tubman on the 20. And I was kind of geek for that shit. I'm like, nigga, get them Tubmans bracking, nigga, get them Tubmans cracking. You know what I'm saying? But it's not to be. And at the same time, these motherfuckers is trying to put Donald Trump on a $250 bill. We don't got no $250 bill. And why the fuck would we put Donald Trump face on there if we did have a $250 bill? That's kind of the questions I got about this whole shit. Hey, listen, I need y'all to explain this shit right here to me, bruh. 20 Haitian nationals found inside a small SUV after Dominican Republic Army intercepts a vehicle, bruh. Count how many motherfuckers hop out this SUV, bruh.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
God damn, he on Once, nigga. That's like 11 or 12.
13.
There's little kids and shit hopping out this motherfucker. How many motherfuckers is inside this SUV, bruh?
16, 17, 18, 19. Hey, check it. Bini, s'il vous plaît.
Oh, listen. If you the last motherfucker, bruh. Oh yeah, she fucked up. Her right here. If you the last motherfucker to hop out of a 20-man SUV, oh yeah, you fucked up, bro. You've been smelling feet and ass and the whole ride. So you can see she kind of look a little dazed and confused in this motherfucker, man. She's scrambling and scraping, trying to get up out the motherfucking SUV, bro. So yeah, I don't even know how they pulled that off, but I guess the essays ain't the only one that know how to pack into some shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the essays, man. What else did I want to look at, man? Nah, I don't want to look at that story. What else did I want to look at? I had a bunch of shit I wanted to. Oh, yeah, I wanted to talk about this right here, bro. So it's so damn, I keep saying I ain't gonna get into no politics shit. And I'm not for the most part. But I thought this was pretty important, man. They say YG reveals the FBI and the U.S. Secret Service called him and advised him not to perform his song "Fuck Donald Trump." So I thought that was pretty interesting because I mean, why the fuck would YG listen to Donald Trump first and foremost? But then the audacity of the White House to think that they could call YG and have him stop performing this song just lets you know how fucking delusional that this administration is and how desperate they are to control the media, to control the narrative, to control a lot of your life and my life as well. Shout out to Mouthpiece in the building, man. Come on, brother, man. Hey, make sure y'all subscribe to my boy Mouthpiece, man. He doing some good work over there, man. You know what I'm saying? Glad you tapping in, family. We just getting it going, man. We just pulled the motherfucker. We just pulled the old Cadillac Seville out the motherfucking driveway. We warming that motherfucker up as we speak. You know what I'm saying? What else did I want to talk about, man? Just in case y'all didn't know, shit is fucked up, man. The economy's fucked up. The average new car payment reaches all-time high. Affordability issues persist. And this is coming from Fox News. So if you looking to buy another car, you probably gonna be paying some high ass payments. If you got a car right now, you probably paying some high ass payments. And let's not even talk about insurance, nigga. What the fuck is insurance for? Like, nigga, if I don't have an accident, shouldn't I get my bread back? Like life insurance. Like, nigga, if I ain't die in the last like 5, nigga, shouldn't I get some of that bread back? The whole insurance thing never really made sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, I'm paying y'all in case some shit happen. But if shit don't happen, where the fuck my bread at, bro? You know, these are just questions I have, bro. I'm just throwing shit out there tonight, man. I ain't even really got no direction, man. We just whatever pop on the screen, motherfucker. That's what we talking about tonight. You know what I'm saying? Thought this was pretty funny, man. It say Pusha T caught on a commercial flight. Should this even be news? So I remember when him and Drake was going through their battle. Drake was, stunting, saying he on PJs and he don't take commercial and all this shit. But Pusha T ass most definitely is on a Southwest flight. You motherfuckers flying out this weekend on Southwest. You might see this nigga Pusha T in 36B. This nigga though, he got a middle seat too, bro. He probably on some middle seat shit. No, I'm fucking around. Hey, shout out to Pusha T though, man. Hey, sometimes, man, you save money on that commercial, nigga. Fuck it. I done seen a couple celebrities on the commercial flights too, bro. I ran into who I ran into LaDainian Tomlinson, couple motherfuckers, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, shit. Not everybody with that Hollywood shit. You know what I mean? I thought this was pretty dope, man. It's like Black Sam grew Nipsey Hussle's $2 million estate to $11 million before handing it to his children, man. So shout out to Black Sam for that, man. That's love right there. You know what I'm saying? That family been through so much, and you know what I'm saying? The marathon most definitely continues on this channel. You feel me? But yeah, I thought this was real dope, man. You know what I mean? I think when Nip passed away, his estate was worth about $2 million, which is crazy. You would have thought Nip was you know what I mean, was worth a little bit more than that. But truth be told, you know what I mean? They say Black Sam grew the estate from 2 million to 11 million. So yeah, man, that's what your big bro's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what family look like. You feel me? And so yeah, shout out to Black Sam, man. We definitely gonna tap more into that whole thing. Ladies, we spinning right back to y'all. We spinning right back to y'all in this motherfucker. It says woman gives husband a laxative and super glues his ass to after she catches him cheating. She super glued him to the toilet, bro. Like, this shit is foul in all kind of ways, in every single language imaginable. This shit is foul, bro. Ladies, this is unacceptable. This shit right here is unacceptable. Yeah. We're gonna leave that right there. Man. But I this is something I felt like was real important that we need to bring to the show. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me shit. I gotta bring in some sound effects for this shit right here, bro. We gotta bring in announces her shocking return to adult entertainment. She gave up adult entertainment to go to Christianity. She's leaving church to come back to the smut films. So shout out to Jenna Jameson, man. This ain't even real news, but this is important to me. You know, we need you out here. Times is fucking hard, okay? What else did I want to look at, man? I didn't even want to. I would never have even reported on this shit right here if it wasn't a TMZ stamp story, man. So I felt like shit. I mean, it might be real news. I'm still not 100% convinced about this shit. Y'all let me know. It say Indiana man allegedly cuts off his junk and lights it on fire. Like, bro, you can't make this shit up right here, bro. Like, you can't make this shit up right here. I'm not even gonna read that again because I feel zesty of the motherfucker just reading that shit. But this motherfucker right here, yeah, mental health is a real thing, people. You know what I'm saying? Mental health is a real motherfucking thing, man. Let's see, is there anything else on here I want to look at? Oh yeah, let's look at this right here, bro. This is crazy. It said ICE agent in Chicago slammed suspected immigrant's head into a stone wall, fracturing his skull right outside the motherfucking courthouse, bro.
Sir, what is your name?
Back up! Back up now! Back up!
Do you have a name?
Back up!
Do you have a name?
Back up now!
Do
Go!
you have a name?
Go!
I'm not in your way. Walk.
I'm not in your name. Back
I'm not
up
in your way.
now.
Walk.
Back
Walk. I'm not in your
Back
way.
up.
I'm not in your way. I'm not in your way.
Back up now.
Your car's there. I'm not in your way.
Back up. Back up now.
Sam, right here.
Back up. Back up.
I'm not in your way.
Back up.
I'm not in your way.
Back up. I'm not gonna tell you again.
Yeah, Ice out of fucking control out here, bro.
You are not in your way. Your car is there.
Yeah, enough of that shit, bro. Ice out of control. Shout out to Govinda Disco Dancer in the building. Salute. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. Yeah, man. That shit crazy. Ice out of control. It's a lot of shit going on in the world, man. I'm gonna try to capture as much of this shit as possible. This is actually a wild ass story right here. It's a Stephon Diggs sexual assault accuser hands over 100 pages of text messages. Now, the crazy thing about this story is that the Stephon Diggs sex accuser is a man.
New developments in a legal fight involving NFL wide receiver Stephon Diggs. According to court documents, Christopher Griffith, the man accusing Diggs of sexual assault, claims he turned over more than 100 pages of text messages and Instagram DMs to help back up his accusations in court. Now, Diggs originally sued Griffith for defamation in October 2025, after he publicly alleged that Diggs drugged and assaulted him at his Rockville, Maryland home back in May 2023. Now, Griffith hit back with a countersuit. Now, all of these allegations are allegedly, all right? Diggs, of course, denies everything, and he's currently an unsigned free agent after the New England Patriots released him earlier this year. There are new...
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Did I forget to mention that this is the brother, right? Shout out. This is the brother right here. Hey, Mouthpiece. Mouthpiece. This is the brother right here, bro. That alleges that Stephon Diggs sexually assaulted him. Solid said, my poor girl Cardi. Listen. Yeah, I mean that's most definitely one perspective. You know what I'm saying? I think Cardi got out of there though. You know what I mean? Yeah, that Diggs started, you know what I mean? There was a bunch of other chicks showing up. I guess she might have seen this motherfucker in the bushes. So you never know why she pulled the cord and ejected up out there. But she might have seen this motherfucker in the bush. He probably came knocking at the door talking about Stephon over there and shit. You know what I mean? You never know. But this is the male accuser that Stephon Diggs has accusing him of actual assault. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to stay tapped in with that story, but I mean I feel like we probably should. So you know, yeah, man. There's that. This was damn, bro. I keep saying I'm not gonna get too political, but damn it. The Department of Justice swears in over 100 attorneys, expanding its civil rights division.
What is missing here from these new recruits to the civil rights division? Bingo.
Yeah, y'all. Let me spin that back. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Y'all let me know in the comments what's going on here. The civil rights division is supposed to be for you and me, for the minorities, for the struggle, for the black people, you know what I'm saying? The civil rights division. But I don't see a lot of representation, I'll say. I don't see a lot of our representation in this photo, man. So I guess that's something to keep an eye out on as well, man. Damn it. Fuck it. I'm already on this politics line. It say things that I trust more than Donald Trump. Flint, Michigan water, gas station sushi, Bill Cosby and his bartender. Taco Bell bathrooms, Tom Brady putting air in my tires, a shark with a pet me sign, a North Korean trial, a shot from Dr. Kevorkian, a Casey Anthony daycare. Oh man, And I ain't gonna even read that last one because that's some disgusting white boy shit. But as y'all can see, you know, that's the politics for the night, man. It say anything but jail. Man jumps out of a window while trying to escape NYPD and goes viral. He trying to get up out of there. Oh, he out of there. Oh, he did it. He fucking did it. He really fucking did it. I didn't think he was gonna do it, but he fucking did it. Wow. The fucked up part about this is, the fucked up part about this is he's still going to jail. Oh yeah, player. Oh yeah. Your ass is still going to jail. He jumped. That's got to be at least 7-8 stories. That's got to be about 7-8 stories. The fucked up part about it is you're still going to jail. So, I mean, yeah, there's that, man. There's that. I just got a bunch of goofy ass shit on tap right now, man. It's a Bay Area woman gets stuck under a new BART fare gate, trying to slip through without paying this motherfucker. Pay your fare.
Terrible.
Pay your motherfucking fare, bro. Or your ass gonna be stuck.
We can't even open it with you there. That's the crazy part. We can't open it without harming you. This is terrible.
Yeah. Pay your motherfucking fare. You gonna end up stuck like Chuck in this goofy fuck. Also real shit. Yeah, so it was a big ass sweep out here, man. Police hit the streets hard, Figueroa hard. Then it's a South Central rapper, Issei Face, gets arrested in federal RICO case. He was allegedly putting girls on the play, man. So I don't know if y'all know Issei Face. He probably ain't gonna be dropping no new music anytime soon.
Cause you's a loud mouth, bitch. I don't want no ghost guns. Gonna bring the Glocks out. The niggas always talking like they tough until we pop out. I'm really down to catch a body. Lurking for the walk him down and buy the baby. Nina Ross, the Brody, by the
Essay Face. That's what they call him. Essay Face.
Got detectives fuck the body on the floor and then they checked out on my Brody. Caught a homicide. 17, they set him down. I'm trying to make his mama cry the way this chopper crying around. And I ain't really tried, but I can really slang the pounce of how you always try to politic, but you don't come around.
Yeah, that shit was all right. You know what I'm saying? That shit was kind of all right. But unfortunately, you ain't going to see no new music from this little young nigga in a minute because he got caught up on one of them Figueroa sweeps. RICO case probably ain't looking too good, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit was ignorant, man. Some little kids was riding a dirt bike through the mall, and this old motherfucker thought he could do something about it. Oh, shit. Oh shit. Hold on, I gotta spin that back. Hey, he got a cold, he hit that corner kind of cold though. Yeah, motherfuckers just doing people just doing a bunch of dumbass shit, man. That's it for that, man. We finna get to some videos, man. Welcome to the remix with Cali Dre, man. Cali Dre is in the motherfucking building, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channels, man. YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Instagram, TikTok, and whatever the fuck you at. If I ain't over there, let me know. I'm gonna pull up over. I'm gonna kick the door in. I'm gonna talk a bunch of shit like I always do, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I want to take this off the screen, man. Let's get to some videos, man, because I got a few videos that I want to show. You know what I'm saying? Some other wild shit that's been going on in the world. And y'all know we're going to tap in. You know what I'm saying? Let me put this up here real quick. Yeah. Yeah, let's get right to it, man. Let's get right the fuck to it, man. California daycare remains open after children test positive for drugs. Yeah, yeah, this is real.
Preschool is where 3 kids tested positive for methamphetamine. You would imagine it would be shut down after that, but the doors here are still open. And some parents
Shout out to
say
Rome Allen.
business
Salute,
is
fam.
holding up to its end of the bargain.
My daughter, she don't sleep for 2 days. No eat, no nothing.
Jose Aguilar says this is video of his daughter behaving abnormally in May of 2024 after the 4-year-old at the time came home from daycare and vomited.
Mamá. Hey. ¿Qué hablo? ¿Me quieres ir al hospital?
It may be hard to tell from this clip, but he says
She don't see normal. She's talking too much, and she's jumping.
his suspicions led him to taking the girl to a hospital where a blood test came back positive for amphetamine. What was your reaction when they told you there was methamphetamine in her blood?
So I feel really sad. I feel really mad.
Do you like it?
I do like that one.
Me too.
Okay, so he's saying that he took his daughter to daycare one day and she came back with crystal methamphetamine in her motherfucking system, bro. Not only that, this daycare stayed the fuck open.
Mother says her little girl, who was 2 at the time, also tested positive for methamphetamine in May of 2024. What was your reaction?
I was very shocked because, like I said, I didn't know what it means. But then when she kind of elaborated on it, that it's meth.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what it means, ma'am. I'm gonna tell you what it means. It means somebody at your daughter daycare been smoking that motherfucking crystal meth. That's really what it means. You know what I'm saying? That's what and it's been laying around on the table and your baby done got her hands in it. That's what the fuck it means. Hit that like button, man.
I was like, what do you mean? Like, where could she get that?
Sharuk Bakir says the symptoms were similar to what Jose Aguilar described.
She didn't want to eat. She didn't want to drink anything.
The children had one more thing in common. They both attended Rainbow Early Learning Center in Winnetka. Were they family friends? Did they interact with one another?
To my knowledge, no. There was no familial contact. They didn't spend time with one another outside the school.
Ase Amofua represents the Bakirs in their lawsuit against the daycare.
There were symptoms that these children.
Okay, so this the daycare right here, man. This the daycare right here. If you ever get any calls from the Rainbow Early Learning Center saying that they enrolling infants and toddlers in preschool, tell them to fuck off and hang up the phone. Because this little girl had methamphetamine in her system when she went to this daycare.
Suit against the daycare.
There were symptoms that these children were exposed to dangerous drugs, and staff, no one really took it seriously. Parents weren't notified. Medical personnel wasn't contacted to look into this.
CBS California Investigates reached out to the California Department of Social Services, which has oversight of daycares, and confirmed an investigation in July of 2024 substantiated complaints from 3 families. CDSS says its investigation found an employee had placed a small bag containing meth in a bathroom cubby. Investigators say 3.
Okay. So yeah, the employees is stashing meth in the bathrooms at the little kids' daycare. Now this is fucked up right here. This is all kind of wrong right here, bro. Hit that like button.
Children were exposed to and allowed to ingest substances containing amphetamine and or methamphetamine. During a phone call, the school's director told us the employee has been fired, and CDSS says she is prohibited from employment in, presence in, and contact with clients of any facility licensed by CDSS.
For somebody to hurt a 2-year-old, it's like, what were you thinking?
In the wake of the CDSS investigation, Tampa Management, which owns a Rainbow Early Learning Center, reached an agreement with CDSS, which included the revocation of the facility's license. But we've learned that action has been put on hold for 3 years while the company operates under probationary conditions. And the state requires the facility to inform all current and prospective parents of the probationary status.
Oh, hell no. Nah. I'm done with this shit. Call your local congressman, call your local senator and complain about this shit. I mean, that's the moral of the story. But I don't even want to watch this shit no more. You got to be fucking kidding me, bro. Government is failing us all. If a little kid could go to daycare, pick up some meth, have it all in the system, and the daycare stay open for another 3 years while they try to sort this shit out. Sometimes, man, we make shit more complicated than it gotta be. You know what I'm saying? And this is just another instance of that. But yeah, fuck that story. We finna move on, man. We about to move on. What else did I want to look at, man? There was an update in this David case, man. I actually want to take a look at this, man. It was an update in the David case. And there's some reports that some of the LA County workers have been leaking information about the case, which actually could inhibit the investigation, man. So I want to take a look at this story right here because this just popped out. This the remix with Cali Dre, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with your boy, man. Hit that like button.
Now to an NBC4 exclusive. NBC4 Investigates has learned a number of employees at the LA County Medical Examiner's Office are now being investigated for possibly accessing sensitive files without permission.
The investigation started after the LAPD went to court to lock down the autopsy file of Celeste Rivas, the teenage girl allegedly murdered by the pop singer known as David.
NBC4 investigative reporter Eric Leonard joins us live now with more on this. Eric.
Hi there. So we've heard from a number of our sources that more than a dozen employees, including investigators and administrative workers, have been ordered to begin appearing for interviews with county officials to answer questions about possible rule violations at the medical examiner's office. All of this having to do with whether they were looking at investigative documents they didn't have specific authorization to view. The LA County Department of Medical Examiner gave NBC4 Investigates a no comment when we asked about this internal investigation. But several law enforcement sources and other officials familiar with this tell us it's about whether some employees were prowling around in files that may have been off limits. The unions that represent the medical examiners, investigators, and the office's administrative workers both confirm these investigation letters have been sent to their members, the employees. The unions decline to share any specifics, but say they trust the county will do a fair and impartial investigation. Now, the sources tell us that concerns about file access grew following the discovery of the remains of Celeste Rivas Hernandez. That's the teenage girl allegedly murdered by pop singer David, who's leaked.
Okay, so yeah, they basically saying that some people in the medical examiner's office been going through files that they don't got no motherfucking business going through. And so that is a problem. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, who done got restricted access. Yeah, that they on top of it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how this is going to affect the investigation because this is it looks like the medical examiner. So that's the people that actually deal with the autopsies and, you know what I'm saying, all the reporting that comes from that aspect of the case. So yeah, let's tap back in with this.
Murdered by pop singer David, whose legal name is David A. Burke. Rivas's remains were found last September in an abandoned Tesla registered to Burke. And then in the weeks after the discovery, grisly details about the condition of her body began to appear in news reports. In fact, the LAPD asked the medical examiner to seal the file while the case was under investigation. Initially, the office refused. Then the police got a court order to lock down the file. But the leaks continued, and that could be the reason that this internal investigation began. So right now, it's not clear how many medical examiner employees have received investigation letters, and so far, no conclusions have been reached about whether anyone at the office broke any of these rules. The singer, David, is due in court tomorrow for a pretrial hearing in his murder case. He's also scheduled to appear later this month for a preliminary hearing, and that's where prosecutors will have to lay out the evidence they plan to present at a murder trial. Live in the newsroom, I'm investigative reporter Eric Leonard.
Yeah, man. So it looked like this David case kind of heating up, man. The medical examiner's office is under some scrutiny right now because they've been looking through files and going through a bunch of shit that they didn't have no authorization and no clearance to do. And so, yeah, we're going to definitely have to tap back in with that. It say David's supposed to go back to court at some point this month. And then, we'll find out a lot more as far as how this case is going to be proceeding. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting, man. We're gonna jump though, man, because I got a couple other stories that I want to look at. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. This is the remix with Cali Dre, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with your boy. Let me see what else that I want to look at. Oh, let's take a look at this right here, man. Let's take a look at this right here. Say former professional boxer is going back on death row. I wanted to look at this story right here, man, because I don't even know if I know this dude.
Former pro boxer convicted in a local killing in a failed prison break, going back to death row. A judge handing down his official new sentence this morning, 20 years after he received the death sentence in 2006. ABC 7's Davis Supis has the details from the Charlotte County Courthouse as the judge upholds the sentence given by a jury back in January.
50-year-old Dwight Eaglin, originally sentenced to death back in 2006, receiving the same sentence from a judge on Friday, nearly 20 years later.
Count one, first-degree murder of Darla Abram, would be resentenced at this time to death. Count two, first-degree murder of Charles Houston, Eaglin at this time would be resentenced to death.
The judge taking into consideration the recommendation by the jury and the aggravating factors in this case, ruling them sufficient for the death penalty. The family of Darla Lathrum in court today and giving a verbal statement outside, thanking the court for upholding this sentence. The former professional boxer was originally given a life sentence back in 2001 for the 1998 first-degree murder of John Frederick Nichols. While serving that sentence, he ambushed and killed a corrections officer, Darla Lathrum, and a fellow inmate, Charles Houston, during a failed prison escape attempt in June of 2003. Eaglin was then sentenced to death on March 31st of 2006. After a subsequent challenge to Florida's death penalty laws, a Charlotte County jury returning a new recommendation for the death sentence again in January this year. The judge ruling to uphold that decision, sending Eaglin back to death row. Eaglin will now go back to death row and await a date to carry out this sentence. Meanwhile, the defense will file the paperwork for the mandatory review by the Florida State Supreme Court. Reporting in Charlotte County, I'm Davis Supis with...
Yeah, so it looks like a former pro boxer, Eaglin, man, he going back to death row, and they most definitely will be trying to figure out a date when to put that execution together, man. So yeah, this was his second try at trying to get that overturned, and he was unsuccessful. He will be going back to death row and awaiting his you know, his date, you know what I'm saying, his last date on this motherfucking earth, man. So yeah, I definitely wanted to cover that story. What else did I want to look at, man? Oh, this shit right here was wild. Yeah, let's look at this, man. This shit right here was kind of wild. It says an 84-year-old man arrested for setting a car on fire with a woman inside of the car.
Developing now, an arson investigation is now underway in Oakland Park. Investigators say an elderly man set a car on fire with a woman inside, and they say the two had recently ended a relationship that had lasted several decades. Local 10 Samir Nefsi is following this story for us in Oakland Park. He is live with the latest on the suspect. Samir?
And Nicole, investigators say the 84-year-old set the woman he once loved and at one point was living with on a fire here in this parking lot at a 7-Eleven. You can, of course, still see those charred marks there. Now, we can tell you investigators say he doused her car from the dashboard to her seats with gasoline. Franklin Davis wheeled in front of a Broward County judge, his hands and ears still covered with medical gauze, days after he allegedly set his former partner ablaze.
You're being charged.
Yeah, this is the motherfucker right here that was playing with fire and got his ass burned, man. He tried to set a car on fire with his girlfriend inside the car. Well, I don't know if his girlfriend, someone with a woman inside the car.
With medical gauze, days after he allegedly set his former partner ablaze.
You're being charged with premeditated murder, arson causing bodily harm, and number 3, criminal attempt to solicit, conspire, capital felony.
84 years old, man. 84 years old. He tried to take, bruh. Everybody, motherfuckers of all ages is crashing now. This ain't even an age thing. Everybody just crashing. An 84-year-old man tried to set his ex-girlfriend on fire, man. Wild story right here.
Meanwhile, in the 3100 block of Oakland Park at this 7-Eleven, a parking spot remains charred, where the 84-year-old is accused of dousing the interior of his ex-partner's car, then igniting it. Following an argument, the victim telling investigators she believed Davis wanted to burn her up inside the vehicle. She suffered third-degree burns to her left leg. Davis said to have burns to his hands and face, both of whom were transported to an area hospital. Davis declined to speak with investigators, a move he seemingly plans to keep.
I would like to invoke Mr. Davis's Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, and we're requesting that no officer from any law enforcement officer come and speak to Mr. Davis without his attorney's present.
Yeah, nah, here, let me look at, I want to look at another video on this. Let's look at this video right quick. Actually, no, that ain't it. Hold up. That ain't it. Let's look at this right here.
In Oakland Park, an argument between a man and a woman coming to a fiery end. Police say the man set their car on fire with both of them still inside, and it was all caught on camera. Tonight, that man is facing several charges, including arson and attempted murder.
Yeah, that's it. Let me spin that back. For the motherfuckers in the cheap seats, man. 84-year-old man try to take his ex-girlfriend out the game.
Coming to a fiery end. Police say the man set their car on fire with both of them still inside, and it was all caught on camera. Tonight, that man is facing several charges, including arson and attempted murder. CBS News Miami's Joan Murray is your reporter live in Oakland Park with a closer look at the video that police say helped arrest that man. Joan.
And Lauren, you can only imagine what it was like for the people pumping gas at this 7-Eleven on Friday here at Powerline and Oakland Park Boulevard. Now take a look behind me. You see, this is where it happened. On the ground, you see charred remains of that car. Now the two had to be taken to the hospital, transported to the burn unit at Jackson before the man was arrested, charged with arson and trying to kill the woman. It's disturbing video. You see a man crawl into a car splashing gasoline on the dashboard and front seats using a lighter, and then in 3 seconds, the car explodes in flames. You see a woman pop out a door and go back, trying to retrieve
Damn.
belongings, while the accused fire starter strolls away on a walker.
Damn, you gotta be fucking joking me, bruh. You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. Not only did an 84-year-old man try to set his girlfriend on fire, but then he tried to get away on a motherfucking walker, bruh. Like, you cannot make this shit up.
It's disturbing video. You see a man crawl into a car splashing gasoline on the dashboard and front seats using a lighter, and then in 3 seconds, the car explodes in flames. You see a woman pop out a door and
No, bro. No, this motherfucker right here, bro. You can see him getting away, bro. He's trying to get away on a walker. He's 84 years old, bro. He's 84 years old. He set the car on fire, and then he tried to get away in a motherfucking walker.
Flames. You see a woman pop out a door and go back, trying to retrieve her belongings, while the accused fire starter strolls away on a walker.
Franklin Davis.
You gotta be fucking. That shit ain't funny, man. But like, come on, man. Like, what the fuck could be his? What is this 84-year-old man this mad about? To where he got to not only set the car on fire, but then try to get away with his walker. Y'all let me know in the comments, bro. What the fuck is going on here? I have no idea. I got nothing.
Splashing gasoline on disturbing video. You see a man crawl into a car splashing gasoline on the dashboard and front seats using a lighter, and then in 3 seconds, the car explodes in flames. You see a woman pop out a door and go back, trying to retrieve her belongings, while the accused fire starter strolls away on a walker.
Franklin Davis.
That accused arsonist, 84-year-old Franklin Davis, had to be wheeled into bond court, his hand and face bandaged. You see in his mugshot, he was burned in the face.
So as to count one, we'd be asking you to find probable cause for attempted murder in the first degree.
The Broward Sheriff's Office said Davis was fighting with his longtime former partner when he set the car on fire. According to the arrest report, the victim sustained third-degree burns to her left leg, and she told investigators Davis intended to burn her up inside the vehicle. The two were together 42 years, but their relationship...
No, bruh. 42 years down the motherfucking tubes. Because this motherfucker right here, 84 years old, tries to set his ex-girlfriend on fire, then get away with a walker.
The office said Davis was fighting with his longtime former partner when he set the car on fire. According to the arrest report, the victim sustained third-degree burns to her left leg, and she told investigators Davis intended to burn her up inside the vehicle. The two were together 42 years, but their relationship ended a few months ago. In court, Davis was seen trying to communicate with his public defender, who motioned to keep quiet.
And we're requesting that no officer from any law enforcement officer come and speak to Mr. Davis without his attorneys present.
The judge agreed and ordered Davis held without bond until his next hearing, but Davis did not seem to get it. Telling the judge he could not be there for that before leaving court as he came in a wheelchair.
What? Nah, OG. Nah. We ain't good. Nah, that shit ain't gonna fly, OG. He talking about he can't be here for this. And he don't know what she talking about. OG, you tried to set the motherfucker. OG, let me just spin this back a little. Is that you right there, OG? Trying to flee the scene of a motherfucking crime with a walker? Is that you? I mean, because if that ain't you, then I mean, shit, we throw the fucking case out if that ain't you, OG. But by the burn marks on your face and all over your hands and shit, that look like you, OG. That look like you. So I don't want to hear this. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I ain't supposed to be here, OG. Nah, your ass is supposed to be right here because you did this shit, OG. This was you.
The Broward Sheriff's Office said Davis was fighting with his longtime former partner when he set the car on fire. According to the arrest report, the victim sustained third-degree burns to her left leg, and she told investigators Davis intended to burn her up inside the vehicle. The two were together 42 years, but their relationship ended a few months ago. In court, Davis was seen trying to communicate with his public defender, who motioned to keep quiet.
And we're requesting that no officer from any law enforcement officer come and speak to Mr. Davis without his attorneys present.
The judge agreed and ordered Davis held without bond until his next hearing, but Davis did not seem to get it. Telling the judge he could not be there for that before leaving court as he came in a wheelchair. Now, Davis remains in jail. I just checked with the Broward Sheriff Office about the condition of the woman, and I was told that she is still being treated at the Jackson Burn Center. She has third-degree burns. Reporting live in Oakland Park tonight.
Yeah, that's another wild story right there, man. Yeah, an 84-year-old man ends his relationship of 42 years by setting her in the car on fire, trying to set her in the car on fire and getting away on his walker. You can't make that shit not funny, but I mean, the walker part is funny. I gotta be honest with you. The walker part is a little bit funny, but you know, him trying to take his girlfriend of 42 years out the game, that part ain't funny. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, shit, I don't even know what to say about that, man. This the remix with Callie Dre, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with your boy. I got a few more stories I want to break down for y'all, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channels, man. Let's get it, man. What else did I want to look at, man? This shit wild, man. What we looking like, man? You know what? Man, let's stop fucking around, man. We finna stop fucking around, man. We finna get right to it, man. We finna get right to it. Where that one story at? What I want, actually, here, I want to look at this real quick before we get to it. Before we get to it, because that shit was wild, y'all just saw, but not as wild as this next shit I'm about to show y'all. Oh man, people wilding the fuck out, man. That's all I can say. People wilding the fuck out, man. It says man in a wheelchair attacked by a guy with a Mazel Tov cocktail. Yeah. Now y'all just seen that 84-year-old motherfucker who tried to take his girl of 42 years out the game, set her and the car on fire. Nah, this shit ain't over. This shit ain't over. Listen, a motherfucker randomly on the street in a wheelchair gets attacked by a motherfucker with a Mazel Tov cocktail.
Was out of Oklahoma City. A man in a wheelchair was attacked at random with a guy who just threw a Molotov cocktail at him, and there you can see him crossing the street.
Yes, we should mention that this man, and you're going to see this video. This man.
Damn, I done fucked the whole video. Here, let me rewind this shit. I want y'all to get the full view. Let me spin this back.
City, a man in a wheelchair was attacked at random with a guy who just threw a Molotov cocktail at him, and there you can see him crossing the street.
Yes, we should mention that this man, and you're going to see this video. This man, it took a little while for him to actually do it, but the man only suffered.
Whoa! Oh shit, bro! Damn, he lit the Mazel Tov cocktail, and he throws it on the guy in the wheelchair. What kind of fucking day are you having, bruh? Like, what kind of fucking day are you having?
At random with a guy who just threw a Molotov cocktail at him, and there you can see him crossing the street.
Yes, we should mention that this man, and you're going to see this video. This man, it took a little while for him to actually do it, but the man only suffered. The man in the wheelchair only suffered.
Damn, and then the motherfucker tried to push him back into the fire. Oh, you ruthless bastard! Oh, you ruthless bastard, bruh. Guy rolling, minding his business, trying to cross the street, trying to get his ass hit by a car.
At random.
And this goofy fuck lights a Mazel Tov cocktail and throws it on the guy in the wheelchair.
Yes,
you can't make this shit up, man.
You're going to see this video. This man, it took a little while for him to actually do it, but the man only suffered. The man in the wheelchair only suffered minor injuries because this is the big video. As this was happening, those are two detectives right there, as you see on the right side of your screen. That's a bystander coming up and tending to that person. One of the detectives there went with a bystander to the man. The other detective was able to arrest the guy there. And the guy's name, he's 38-year-old Emery Alexander. That is the suspect's name. He is facing several charges. But the fact that this happened,
wow.
Not only happened right in front of those cops, also happened right in front of the police headquarters for the Oklahoma City Police Department, too.
Oh, this is in Oklahoma City. Oh, you batshit crazy Oklahoma motherfuckers, bro. This happened in Oklahoma City, right in front of the courthouse, right in front of the police. You detectives hopping out of cars, jumping out the motherfucker like 21 Jump Street. Because this guy across the street just lit a Mazel Tov cocktail and threw it on a guy in a wheelchair for no good goddamn reason at all.
But the man only suffered. The man in the wheelchair only suffered minor injuries because this is the big video. As this was happening, those are two detectives right there, as you see on the right side of your screen. That's a bystander coming up and tending to that person. One of the detectives there went with a bystander to the man. The other detective was able to arrest the guy there. And the guy's name, he's 38-year-old Emery Alexander. That is the suspect's name. He is facing several charges. But the fact that this happened, and here's the thing, not only happened right in front of those cops, also happened right in front of the police headquarters for the Oklahoma City Police Department, too.
Yeah, and that guy said he did it at random. This is what he just said.
Wow, this is unbelievable. So unbelievable.
Probably 8-9 times now, and every time I see that, I still get tremendously incensed about how someone could be so cruel and inhumane about throwing a Molotov cocktail at a man in a wheelchair that is crossing the street.
Yeah, and as you can probably see from the video as well, I mean, during all this, as it was happening, he went backwards in the wheelchair, back into the fire,
and then he pushed him back in.
And he pushed him back in. And as that was happening, those were the other people that were basically coming up.
God for those other people that came rushing.
The cops and the bystander.
To help him out. And this man here is going to be facing a number of charges.
Yeah, first degree arson is the big charge, but as well as in addition.
Oh, attempted murder. I did list off the charges that this motherfucker about to face in the chat. Hey, you threw a Mazel Tov cocktail in the middle of the street at a guy in a wheelchair, and then try to shove his ass back into the fire.
And as that was happening, those were the other people that were basically coming up.
God for those other people that came rushing.
The
to
cops,
his aid,
the cops, and that bystander.
Yeah, to help him out, and this man here is going to be facing a number of charges.
Yeah, first degree arson is the big charge, but as well as in addition to that, he's also facing other charges related specifically with assault that happened. And this was this past Thursday, by the way, in Oklahoma City. But still, it's hard to believe that that happened. And this was like first thing in the morning. It was like around 8 a.m. there.
Yeah.
And again, right in front of the Oklahoma City Police Department. So one can potentially question the motives of doing it just in front of there, but the fact that it was that random.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your.
Nah, man, we ain't doing all that. We ain't doing all that. Here, I had
Smart
another
TV's
video.
App Store.
Damn, bro, get your ass on. Here, let's watch this video right here, man. Let's check this video out. Hold up.
A man in a wheelchair set on fire right outside the Oklahoma City Police Department headquarters. A stranger rushes toward the man in the wheelchair, sets a Molotov cocktail on fire, and then throws it at him. Before he runs away, he pushes the wheelchair over and throws the man into the flames. A sheriff's deputy driving by jumped into action, holding the attacker at gunpoint, while a bystander pulls the other man from the flames. The man who threw the Molotov cocktail was arrested and told officers he picked the man at random. The victim expected to be okay.
Hey, listen, man, it is a miracle. It's a miracle that he was able to make it through. Whoa. It's a miracle, man, that he was able to make it through that. Random Mazel Tov cocktail attack in the middle of the street.
Right outside the Oklahoma City Police Department headquarters. A stranger rushes toward the man in the wheelchair, sets a Molotov cocktail on fire, and then throws it at him. Before he runs away, he pushes the wheelchair over and throws the man into the flames. A sheriff's deputy driving by jumped into action, holding the attacker at gunpoint, while a bystander pulls the other man from the flames. The man who threw the Molotov cocktail was arrested and told officers he picked the man at random. The victim expected to be okay.
Yeah, that's a miracle. That's a miracle, man. That is a miracle. I mean, look at this. Look at the scene right here, bro. You know what I'm saying? And not only did he throw the Mazel Tov cocktail at the guy in the wheelchair, but then he tried to push him back into the fire. Hey, bro, motherfuckers has lost their mind out here today. Mental health is a real thing. If you know anybody that's suffering from any kind of mental health, we make light of different things on this show, but call that number, man. You know what I'm saying? Call that number and get them motherfuckers some help so that they don't end up on this show with me talking about them doing some goofy ass shit like this. Yeah, I guess that's the best shit I could say on this, man. That's the best thing I could say on this. It's the remix with Cali Dre. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with your boy. I'm gonna jump, man, because I wanna talk about this. Let's talk about this. Your boy Ray J been in the news, man, and some of this shit ain't been favoring, man. Say Ray J gets KO punched by Ryan Garcia after trying to take a punch from him. So I guess he was sparring. He got a fight coming up. But I don't think Ray J ready for that motherfucker, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Ray J in this motherfucker, man. No, I don't think y'all just hold on. Let me spin that back. I don't think Ray J's ready for the fight.
Are you okay? 911. It's starting to hurt more.
Yeah, that's Ryan Garcia, professional boxer. Ray J thought he could take a punch. And it didn't end well.
Oh shit! No, oh my god!
What the?
So this is another training session where Ray J tried to get a punch off and got knocked off by the bag.
Oh shit!
This nigga Ray J knocked himself out. This nigga Ray J knocked himself out, bro. Come on, bro.
Oh shit! No, oh my god! What the? Nah, are you good? Nah, damn.
Okay, that looked a little better though. That must have been day 3. Because the first 2 days we just seen didn't look too hot.
Whole crew, like we all out there, we happy. This strange is crazy. Like we just advanced to the next level. We just advanced. This kick shit, Dean the Great, Ray J, AB, the squad. Like this is a magical moment. Stay tuned. I know y'all.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Nah, we ain't done with old Ray J. We ain't done with old Ray J because I covered some shit on my show a couple shows ago where Sauce Walka and Ray J got into a little situation, man. And Sauce Walka had them Brandy little brother packs. He's selling them bitches $600 zips. Brandy little brother packs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, shout out to Sauce Walka for that, man. But yeah, Ray J had the response to that. So I wanted to actually play the Ray J response to that. Let's check in and see what Ray J talk about, man, to the Brandy little brother pack.
Let's just get right to it. I don't know why I think that they can come into our world and think they can try to clown us and we're not gonna respond, bro. Listen, hey Sauce, first off, your name's Albert, bro. Your name's Albert Sauce Walker. Got it, Walker, whatever you want to call it. He's a hoe. You want to use my sister name to sell.
Oh shit. Okay, Ray J trying to fire a little shot. Ray J trying to fire a little shot at Sauce Walka, man. What is it?
Sauce Walker. Got it. Walker, whatever you want to call it. He's a hoe. You want to use my sister name to sell your because your mouth ain't loud enough. Your breath is loud enough, bro. You ain't need to stoop that low.
He said your breath is loud enough.
Is loud, bro.
Damn.
That's all you need. Worst thing about the shit you just tried to attempt is that you trying to sell us for $600. Somebody slap this, bro. Ain't nobody buying no for no $600 because it say Brandy's little brother on it, bro. You my little brother, bro. You's a hoe. That shit corny as. You stoop down to our level. Now you look stupid shit, Walker. Albert. You tried to break the homies up. You tried to come in here and infiltrate the streaming system with some shit that's already right and then call my phone and think I'm gonna ride with you. You mad because I shut that shit down. Now you want to say you don't want to stream no more.
Yeah, so this is Ray J response to Sauce Walka, man. Sauce Walka is now selling the Brandy's little brother packs, $600 zips. You know what I'm saying? Courtesy of this nigga Ray J.
You know why this ain't with you? Because you a narcissist and you cheat, bro. You ain't never gifted the chat one time with all the money you talk about you have. Bro, you ain't never gifted the chat one time. You know how bad that is.
So hold up, though. This your response, though, bro. This your response. Sauce Walka got the $600 zips. Brandy little brother packs. He said he's slanging them motherfuckers off the trunk of the Maybach. And this is your response, Ray J? Come on, bruh. Like in the words of where Mouthpiece at? Come on, brother. You know what I'm saying? I need Mouthpiece in this motherfucker right now, bruh, because this is unacceptable right here.
You want to pull up in two corny ass two-door Maybachs that depreciated more than most of the Maybachs. The only Maybach that was worse than that was the electric EQS. The two doors. Why you didn't get one of them to your baby mama, bro? Or your girlfriend or whoever she is? My baby mama got the same car I got, bro. It's right there. That's her car. I don't drive that shit. I make sure everything is equal on my side. But you let Drake buy your baby mama a Benz, yet you just try to pull up.
Okay, Ray J. So there you go. Then fire them shots, man. Fire them shots. Sauce Walker got the $600 zips. Brandy's little brother packs. He got Brandy and Ray J on the front of the packs. And this is I need to hear some real shots, Ray J.
Bro, you fronting, bro. Using a sister name to try to sell overpriced. Who buying it for $600? Use a bro. You over hustling, bro.
Ray J, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all the real. Ray J ain't feeling them $600 zips though. He ain't feeling himself. I'm gonna spin that video back with Sauce Walker. Sauce Walker selling $600 zips. Just in case y'all didn't know, $600 zips. Brandy little brother packs got Brandy and Ray J on the cover of the zips. You know what I'm talking about? So this is Ray J's response to that whole situation. It's a little lackluster to me. He got a couple jabs in. I ain't really seen no knockout blows. You better go get some Sauce Walker t-shirts and X them motherfuckers. I need to see something. Ray J, because this ain't it. This ain't it, my guy.
Bro, you fronting, bro. Using a sister name to try to sell overpriced. Who buying it for $600? Use a bro. You over hustling, bro, and you overdoing it. You did some disloyal ass shit, bro. And I brought it to everybody's attention and I shut that shit down. That's why it's still making millions. You can say you don't want to stream all you want, bro. I ain't with you in the streaming world. You selfish ass. You ain't never gifted to chat. You think you a baller? Keep throwing up all this money because you got big, bro. Bro, shut the fuck up, bro. I got 2 minutes of my that's bigger than your whole life.
All right, yeah, you go start on that nigga Ray J. There you go, man. I need to hear some of that real West Coast, you know what I'm saying? Some of that real deal spill, Ray J. Like, Sauce Walker got the $600 zippers on deck. You know what I'm saying? You gotta bring it, my brother.
I don't talk money, but your net worth, we spent that on the last season of Love Cabin, bro. And you want to say Zeus, bro? I hit the homie Lemmy, bro. He'll embarrass the fuck out of you. And so will I, bro. Yes. Foul, bro. Shout out to Finesse 2 times. He was on the phone too. He didn't know what was going on. While he was trying to create an insurgence, bro. Nobody is like that, bro. That's some disloyal shit, bro. That's why you mad. Mad ain't with you. I shut that shit down. COB don't with you. I don't with you. The homies definitely don't fuck with you. You sit down and bro. He was a real.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the Ray J response to Sauce Walker. And they little conflict that they got going on, man. So yeah, just for those that didn't know, Sauce Walker got them zips, man. Brandy's little brother zips. You know what I'm saying? He's slinging the motherfuckers out the trunk of the Maybach. So I'd have to get this round to Sauce Walker. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ray J. Shout out to Sauce, man. This is some internet beef shit, but I gotta get this round to Sauce Walker. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I'm gonna need you to do better, Ray J. The West Coast is depending on you, my nigga. I need you to fight back, nigga. I need you to do better out here, bro. Yeah. Yeah, man. So there's that. There's that. What else did I want to talk about, man? You know what? I wasn't actually gonna cover this story today, but fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I actually want to look at this myself, man. So I found this story today, man. This is one of the here. Let me get back to the big screen. You dig? I gotta set this up properly. You feel me? So this is one of them stories, man. One of them West Coast stories that if you ain't from the West Coast, you probably haven't heard nothing about this and don't know nothing about this. And I actually should have threw this in the title, man. But this story right here is wild, man. And it involves, you know what I'm saying, Suge Knight. And it involves Death Row. And it involves a guy by the name of Bruce Richardson. Now, if you ain't from the West, you probably ain't never heard of Bruce. Like, Callie Joe, who the fuck is Bruce Richardson? Why should I give a fuck about Bruce Richardson, bro? Well, I'm gonna tell you, bro. Calm the fuck down, man. I'm gonna tell you, bro. Bruce Richardson was a savage, and this story right here is very interesting, man. If you ain't from the West, you probably ain't heard this story, man. But I'm about to put y'all up on game on one of the coldest motherfuckers out the West. That didn't get a lot of shine and notoriety, but in the streets of California, streets of LA, you know what I'm saying, Southern Cali, motherfuckers knew who Bruce Richardson was. And so we're gonna shed a little light on his story, man. We're gonna break this down right now, man. This is the remix with Callie Drake, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with your boy. Let's take a look at this Bruce Richardson story, man, because it's very, very interesting. And I bet it's a story that ain't none of you motherfuckers heard before. And that's why y'all tap in with Callie Drake, man. So without further ado, let's get to it, man. That's the only way I know how to motherfucking do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Check this out.
He told a story about seeing Bun Street and Suge Knight get knocked out by a guy named Bruce.
Was he actually fighting himself, or was Bun Street doing the fighting? They both jumped. They tried. Dude, boom, boom. They lost. Oh, so this dude Bruce fought both of them at the same time. They lost, dude.
And I told Bruce, I said, man, police behind us. We get in the turning lane at an apartment in Inglewood. And lit a joint. Right when the police were behind us, lit a joint. And looked at me and said, quit panicking. That's Bruce for you. That got hard, man.
Bruce Richardson to me was a dope boy. He's one of the most successful dope boys in the game at that time.
Suge Knight might have been known as the boogeyman of hip-hop, but even the toughest figures aren't invincible. That was made clear when Suge crossed paths with Bruce Richardson, a man with a serious reputation for fighting.
I was on the other side of the room, but that boy Bruce Richardson beat their You know what I'm saying?
I guess he knew karate?
Yeah.
Bruce wasn't just any street brawler. He was a skilled martial artist and known around his hood as one of the best street fighters out there. His fists had no boundaries, and not even Suge Knight and his entourage were off limits. When the two clashed, Bruce didn't just hold his own. He completely humiliated Suge and his crew. They were beaten so badly that it left a mark on Suge's tough guy persona.
Was he actually fighting himself, or was Bun Street doing the fighting? They both jumped. They tried. Dude, boom, boom. They lost.
Oh, so this dude Bruce fought both of them at the same time.
They lost, dude.
But then something shocking happened. Just one day after this incident, Bruce was offed under mysterious circumstances.
But then I heard the next day.
Yeah. So Bruce Richardson, man, was a well-known figure out here in Los Angeles. And he actually got into it with Suge Knight on a couple of occasions. And let's just say, man, the way I hear the story is it went down. Bruce Richardson came out of them altercations, you know what I'm saying, with his hand raised. You know what I'm saying? From how I hear this shit. But y'all, let's tap in with this, man. Let's learn a little bit more about the untold story of Bruce Richardson, man.
Didn't just hold his own. He completely humiliated Suge and his crew. They were beaten so badly that it left a mark on Suge's tough guy persona.
Was he actually fighting himself, or was Bun Street doing the fighting? They both jumped. They tried. Dude, boom, boom. They lost.
Oh, so this dude Bruce fought both of them at the same time.
They lost, dude.
But then something shocking happened. Just one day after this incident, Bruce was offed under mysterious circumstances.
But then I heard the next day he ended up dead.
Yeah. There's a lot to uncover, so let's dive in deeper. Bruce Richardson grew up in a modest home on 65th Place in South Central Los Angeles, an area often referred to as Players Land. From a young age, he had a fire in him. At just 8 years old, Bruce started training in martial arts, and it didn't take long for him to master the craft. Over time, he became an exceptional street fighter, known for his unmatched skills. He didn't just fight for show. He won gold medals and trophies, proving his talent. But in the streets, he built a reputation by never backing down from a fight. Word was that Bruce fought at least 20 guys in his neighborhood, and half of them ended up needing hospital care after facing him. Back in the day, the Black Karate Federation was booming in the area. Young men were getting into karate, lifting weights, and unfortunately experimenting with drugs, a dangerous mix that often led to trouble. Despite the chaos, Bruce stood out not just for his fighting skills, but also for his charisma and popularity.
Yeah, man. So imagine a bunch of motherfuckers, man, learning karate, learning martial arts, the art of whooping a motherfucker ass, and then they on them drugs too. You know what I'm saying? That's a cold ass combination right there, bro. If you in the streets, you might not be ready for that. You know what I'm saying?
Needing hospital care after facing him. Back in the day, the Black Karate Federation was booming in the area. Young men were getting into karate, lifting weights, and unfortunately experimenting with drugs, a dangerous mix that often led to trouble. Despite the chaos, Bruce stood out not just for his fighting skills, but also for his charisma and popularity. At Crenshaw High School, Bruce played varsity basketball and was well known across campus. One day after class, he got into a heated altercation with Big U, another respected figure in the neighborhood. Allegedly, the beef started over a woman, and Bruce didn't hesitate to throw the first punch. He sent Big U flying into the bushes.
And Bruce walked up, and he like, and he talking about the chick. But I ain't really tripping off what he's saying. Then he just fired him.
Big U fought his way out, and the two continued their battle, turning the schoolyard into a full-blown rumble when the basketball team and some gang members jumped in.
I'm sitting on the wall, and I fall back in the bushes, and I get to kick, and I kick my way out the bushes. But he was first.
Yeah, man. So this is Bruce Richardson, man. He was a real deal threat out here, man. Not only did he get into it with Suge Knight and his entourage, but he fired on Big U as well, as Big U is telling the story. And Big U ain't he's a real figure out here. And so, hey, Bruce Richardson, man, wasn't no motherfucking joke out here. It's basically what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody involved. You feel me?
Blown rumble when the basketball team and some gang members jumped in.
I'm sitting on the wall, and I fall back in the bushes, and I get to kick, and I kick my way out the bushes. But he was first L. No, it wasn't an L.
There's long been speculation about whether Bruce was involved in gang life. Some say he briefly ran with the Brims, a notorious gang, while others point out that his home was technically on the mid-love side. However, those close to Bruce have confirmed he wasn't officially tied to any gang. Instead, Bruce had a unique influence over the guys in his neighborhood. He built a strong following, and the crew started calling themselves the 65th Place Hustlers, representing their block, Baby Kansas Avenue. After graduating high school in 1983, Bruce shifted his focus. His goal was clear: make money. And he found the perfect opportunity as the crack epidemic began taking hold in Los Angeles. Bruce quickly became one of the most successful drug dealers on the west side of South Central, running a lucrative operation.
Bruce Richardson, to me, was a dope boy. He's one of the most successful dope boys in the game at that time.
In just 2 years, he was pulling in so much revenue that he was able to pay off his childhood home and buy another property on the next block. He moved his mother to View Park, Windsor Hills, also known as Ladera Heights, so she could live far from the dangers of his business. Meanwhile, he set up an apartment in Inglewood that served as the hub for cooking up product. With hundreds of thousands of dollars pouring in, Bruce had to find a way to legitimize his earnings. In 1986, he officially obtained a business license and opened Genius Hand Car Wash on Crenshaw Boulevard. To keep things...
Hey, okay, let me know if y'all can hear the video, man. I just turned it up. But this is the story of Bruce Richardson, man. Well-known, notorious figure out here. And he wasn't even notorious because really... he was a smooth dude. He wasn't really about no drama. It seemed like a lot of the drama came to him. Now, Big U did say that he ended up firing on him, but that's when they was younger and, in school and doing some other shit. But Bruce Richardson, man, not only got into it with Suge Knight and his entourage at Death Row, but then he also got into it with Big U, you know what I'm saying, from out here, where he from, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, Bruce Richardson wasn't no motherfucking joke, man.
way to legitimize his earnings. In 1986, he officially obtained a business license and opened Genius Hand Car Wash on Crenshaw Boulevard. To keep things running smoothly, he put members of the Rollin' 60s on the payroll, giving them steady work. Bruce wasn't just focused on business, though. He knew how to enjoy the fruits of his labor. He was often spotted driving through the neighborhood in a sleek black Mercedes-Benz, customized with white curtains, turning heads wherever he went. People often underestimated Bruce Richardson because of his clean-cut appearance, but that was a mistake they only made once. One day, he was in line at Ralph's grocery store buying what must have looked like an unusual amount of baking soda with $5,000 in food stamps. As Bruce was waiting, a large, muscular guy who looked like he could have been Debo's twin from Friday started yelling at him for holding up the line. The man kept pushing it, mocking Bruce's suit and stepping into his personal space. Bruce wasn't one to let disrespect slide. Without a word, he hit the guy with a perfectly executed front kick, sending him flying. When the guy tried to recover, Bruce finished the job with a series of well-placed blows. After handling business, Bruce calmly checked out, then slipped the cashier $200 to make sure they didn't call the cops. That was Bruce, a mix of precision, confidence, and generosity. Even seasoned street veterans spoke about Bruce's fearless nature. An OG gang member once recalled a ride with Bruce that left him speechless. They were driving when the OG noticed a police car tailing them. Nervously, he told Bruce about it, expecting him to take some kind of evasive action. But Bruce didn't even flinch. Instead, he lit a cigarette, took a drag, and told the OG to relax. "Ain't nothing gonna happen," Bruce said calmly.
And I told Bruce, I said, man, police behind us. We get in a turning lane at an apartment in Inglewood. And lit a joint. Right when the police were behind us, lit a joint. And looked at me and said, quit panicking. That's Bruce for you. That got hard, man.
Sure enough, nothing did. The OG couldn't believe Bruce's nerve and how unfazed he was, even with the police right on their tail. But Bruce wasn't all toughness and street smarts. He had a generous side too. He was known to spoil the people around him, buying them expensive gifts and making sure they were taken care of.
Bruce went to that jewelry store. He bought a ring for $68,000. He bought a Rolex watch for $44,000. I looked at Bert. I said, man, I'm good, man. He said, nah, I asked you to go me down to the jewelry store. I ain't gonna buy all this stuff and I tell you to pick you something.
By this time, Bruce had built significant wealth through his crack empire and his legitimate businesses, but he wasn't content to stop there. Always looking to expand his income streams, Bruce began exploring new ventures. Inspired by Suge Knight's meteoric rise as the CEO of Death Row Records, Bruce decided he could do the same. Maybe even better. He had the resources, the connections, and the charisma to pull it off.
Yeah, so Bruce Richardson, man, he actually got into conflict with Suge, but he looked at Suge's rise in the music business and thought, shit, he could do better because he really in the game. He 10 toes down. And he didn't already, had a few altercations with Suge and came out on the better side of that. So Bruce Richardson, man, wasn't no joke, man. It's an untold story of Bruce Richardson, man, on the remix with Cali Drake. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with your boy, man. Hit that like button.
Started managing rap groups, making moves in the music industry, and even earned a mention on Ice-T's legendary track 6 in the Morning. One of the groups he managed, Dramicidal, caught the attention of Tupac Shakur. Pac wanted the group to join forces with the Outlaws as backup performers for his All Eyes on Me album. Bruce, ever the savvy businessman, gave his blessing, but only on the condition that Suge Knight promised him a percentage of the album's royalties. Suge agreed, but
okay, I'm going to spin that back because I think that's very important, man. That's a very important part of the rift between Suge and Bruce Richardson.
Industry, and even earned a mention on Ice-T's legendary track 6 in the Morning. One of the groups he managed, Dramicidal, caught the attention of Tupac Shakur. Pac wanted the group to join forces with the Outlaws as backup performers for his All Eyes on Me album. Bruce, ever the savvy businessman, gave his blessing, but only on the condition that Suge Knight promised him a percentage of the album's royalties. Suge agreed, but after the album was completed, he backed out of the deal and refused to pay Bruce what he was owed.
Yeah, so that right there is a major situation, and it turned into a major situation between Bruce Richardson and Suge Knight, and led to a lot of the conflict thereafter.
betrayal didn't sit well with Bruce. He had entered the music industry to build something legitimate and leave the streets behind, but Suge's refusal to honor their agreement reminded him that the industry could be just as cutthroat as the streets. Bruce and Suge had clashed multiple times before things finally reached a boiling point one night at a club. Suge, known for his brashness, approached Bruce's girlfriend and told her to leave Bruce and come with him. Bruce wasn't having it. He walked up to Suge and unleashed an uppercut that dropped him in his tracks. After dropping Suge with a brutal combo, Bruce didn't stop there. He turned his attention to Buntry and gave him a beating too.
Was he actually fighting himself, or was Buntry doing the fighting?
They both jumped. They tried to do boom, boom. They lost.
Oh, so this dude Bruce fought both of them at the same time?
They lost, dude.
It took 3 of Suge's other goons to finally contain Bruce and drag him out of the situation. People in the club were stunned. It wasn't a secret that Suge would want revenge after being humiliated like that. Sure enough, just 2 weeks later, Bruce was found shot dead in his own home. At first, the police thought Buntry and Neckbone might have been behind the emder, since this kind of retaliation was usually their style. But as the investigation continued, it didn't add up. What was puzzling to investigators was how the KEers had gotten into Bruce's home in the first place. Bruce's place was a literal fortress. Reinforced steel doors, double deadbolt locks, heavy bars on the windows, and a complex alarm system. It was clear that whoever offed him had managed to get in, and the only logical explanation was that Bruce had let them in. He wouldn't have just opened the door for Suge.
Yeah, so as y'all can see, man, after this altercation, and that wasn't even an altercation, after Suge Knight refused to pay Bruce Richardson, then shit went left. You know what I'm saying? Shit went way left. And it ended up with Suge trying to, well, I'm going to let them tell y'all. Let me spin it back. I'm going to let them tell y'all. Hit that like button.
Club were stunned. It wasn't a secret that Suge would want revenge after being humiliated like that. Sure enough, just 2 weeks later, Bruce was found shot dead in his own home. At first, the police thought Buntry and Neckbone might have been behind the emder, since this kind of retaliation was usually their style.
After Bruce Richardson gets into an altercation with Suge Knight behind A, Suge disrespecting him, and B, Suge Knight not coming through on what he promised after allowing his artist to get on Tupac's Dramacidal, it's caused a whole big rift between Bruce Richardson and Suge Knight. And Bruce Richardson most definitely felt disrespected, even after he had already had, tussles with Suge. You know what I mean? Suge was still pressing. And so that's what led to the conflict. And that's what kind of sent this situation out of control, man.
As backup performers for his All Eyes on Me album, Bruce, ever the savvy businessman, gave his blessing, but only on the condition that Suge Knight promised him a percentage of the album's royalties. Suge agreed, but after the album was completed, he backed out of the deal and refused to pay Bruce what he was owed. This kind of betrayal didn't sit well with Bruce. He had entered the music industry to build something legitimate and leave the streets behind, but Suge's refusal to honor their agreement reminded him that the industry could be just as cutthroat as the streets. Bruce and Suge had clashed multiple times before things finally reached a boiling point one night at a club. Suge, known for his brashness, approached Bruce's girlfriend and told her to leave Bruce and come with him. Bruce wasn't having it. He walked up to Suge and unleashed an uppercut that dropped him in his tracks. After dropping Suge with a brutal combo, Bruce didn't stop there. He turned his attention to Buntry and gave him a beating too.
Was he actually fighting himself, or was Buntry doing the fighting?
They both jumped. They tried to do boom, boom. They lost.
Oh, so this dude Bruce fought both of them at the same time?
They lost, dude.
It took 3 of Suge's other goons to finally contain Bruce and drag him out of the situation. People in the club were stunned. It wasn't a secret that Suge would want revenge after being humiliated like that. Sure enough, just 2 weeks later, Bruce was found shot dead in his own home. At first, the police thought Buntry and Neckbone might have been behind the emder, since this kind of retaliation was usually their style. But as the investigation continued, it didn't add up. What was puzzling to investigators was how the KEers had gotten into Bruce's home in the first place. Bruce's place was a literal fortress. Reinforced steel doors, double deadbolt locks, heavy bars on the windows, and a complex alarm system. It was clear that whoever offed him had managed to get in, and the only logical explanation was that Bruce had let them in. he wouldn't have just opened the door for Suge's goons, not after the altercation that happened just 2 weeks earlier. He might have opened the door for someone who appeared official, like a few people dressed in police uniforms. The mystery surrounding his death deepened when it was revealed that Tupac, who had built a close relationship with Bruce, had called Bruce's father shortly after the MDR to assure him that he had nothing to do with it. However, Tupac couldn't say.
Okay, so I want y'all to pay close attention to this part because I found this to be pretty interesting. Actually, two things, man. Bruce Richardson was a D-boy. He was doing this thing, gets into it with Suge Knight, and ends up losing his life 2 weeks later. Now, Tupac Shakur is said to have placed a phone call to Bruce Richardson's father and let him know that he didn't have nothing to do with it. But I want y'all to hear the second part of what they say right here. Hit that like button.
Goons, not after the altercation that happened just 2 weeks earlier. He might have opened the door for someone who appeared official, like a few people dressed in police uniforms.
Actually, before we get to that part, I think that's very interesting as well, because if you know anything about the politics in Los Angeles around this time and what was going on with the Death Row records and things like that, there was an incident I think I covered on this show that involved George G. Williams, who was said to be the #1 gangster at Death Row. George G. Williams fell out with Death Row and ended up systematically, allegedly getting his get back. And in the midst of that one of those situations involving that story was a videotape of one of George Williams's homies being tortured. And so in that video, he was handcuffed. Allegedly, there was a video. I don't know how many people have ever seen it, but allegedly there was a video where one of the guys is being tortured. And the allegation was that people from Death Row, or allegedly, had on police uniforms in order to get bro out of his spot. So when they mention police uniforms in this Bruce Richardson situation, that definitely sparked my attention as he loses his life getting into it with Suge about 2 weeks later after he get into it with Suge. So yeah, but pay attention to what Pac says. As I should say, pay attention to what Pac is alleged to have said when he calls Bruce Richardson's father after this incident.
The mystery surrounding his death deepened when it was revealed that Tupac.
Shout out to Nikki 901 in the building too, man. Let me get that out the way. You feel me? Shout out to Nikki 901 in the building. Salute, Quinn. Let's get it.
Few people dressed in police uniforms. The mystery surrounding his death deepened when it was revealed that Tupac, who had built a close relationship with Bruce, had called Bruce's father shortly after the MDR to assure him that he had nothing to do with it. However, Tupac couldn't say the same for Suge Knight. It was clear that Suge's name was hanging in the air, but there was no concrete.
Yeah, let me spin that back. I thought that was kind of interesting. Let me spin that back. Yeah, I'm talking about
in police uniforms. The mystery surrounding his death deepened when it was revealed that Tupac, who had built a close relationship with Bruce, had called Bruce's father shortly after the MDR to assure him that he had nothing to do with it. However, Tupac couldn't say the same for Suge Knight. It was clear that Suge's name was hanging in the air, but there was no concrete proof linking him to Bruce's death. Just 2 days after Bruce was offed, tragedy struck again when Bruce's girlfriend was shot to death in a car near some railroad tracks. The circumstances surrounding her death were eerily similar. And her
yeah. Let me spin that back just in case y'all didn't hear that part. Because not only did Bruce Richardson lose his life about 2 weeks later after getting into it with Suge and getting the best of Suge, as they say, not only did Bruce Richardson lose his life, but his girlfriend was shot dead at a railroad track shortly thereafter.
Tragedy struck again when Bruce's girlfriend was shot to death in a car near some railroad tracks. The circumstances surrounding her death were eerily similar, and her MDR, like Bruce's, remains unsolved to this day. Many still speculate that Suge may have had a hand in both killings, as his reputation for ruthlessness was well known. Suge's history of run-ins with the law, his connections, and his willingness to do whatever it took to maintain power made him a prime suspect in many people's minds. Suge Knight's reputation for causing chaos and stirring up trouble goes back a long way. He's no stranger to violence and legal issues. In 1995, he pleaded no contest in a federal case for assaulting two rappers back in 1992 at a Hollywood recording studio. This earned him 5 years of probation. However, things escalated in 1996. On September 7th of that year, Knight and his death row crew, including Tupac Shakur, got into a violent altercation with Orlando Anderson, a known Crips gang member. This was at a Las Vegas hotel. The fight violated his probation, and by October 22nd, 1996, Knight was back in jail.
Just 3 days after the awards, Tupac and others attack an LA gang member in a hotel lobby after a Mike Tyson fight in Las Vegas. The attack will land death row head Suge Knight in jail.
The following year, on February 28, 1997, he was sentenced to 9 years in prison for that violation, but didn't serve the full term. He was released early from FCI Sheridan on August 6, 2001. Unfortunately, Suge couldn't stay out of trouble. In 2003, he was sent back to prison for 10 months after violating his parole when he got into an altercation with a parking lot attendant. By this time, his frequent incarcerations had started to take a toll on Death Row Records' success. Knight's reputation for conflict extended beyond legal issues. In 2006, he had a public fallout with former friend and collaborator Snoop Dogg after Snoop dissed him in Rolling Stone. Knight's alleged ties to the mob Piru street gang also came under scrutiny in January 2008 during a police crackdown in Compton. Later that year, on May 10th, Suge got into a fight over money outside a Hollywood nightclub called Shag. The brawl left him unconscious for 3 minutes, but even after regaining consciousness, he refused to cooperate with the police. His troubles didn't stop there. In 2008, while filing for bankruptcy, Knight sued Kanye West over a 2005 shooting incident at one of Kanye's pre-video music awards parties, where Suge himself was shot in the leg. Then, in February 2009, he suffered facial injuries after being punched at a private party in Scottsdale, Arizona. By 2012, Knight was still finding ways to get into trouble. In Las Vegas, he was arrested after cannabis was found in his car, and police discovered several outstanding warrants for past traffic violations. Fast forward to August 24th, 2014, and Knight was at another pre-video music awards party, this time hosted by Chris Brown at the 1OK nightclub in West Hollywood. During the event, Knight was shot 6 times but miraculously walked out of the club and into an ambulance. CCTV footage later confirmed that he was the intended target of the shooting. Despite the severity of his injuries, Knight didn't cooperate with the authorities investigating the incident. After his release from the hospital a few days later, Suge's friend Keith Middlebrook told reporters that Knight planned to recover quickly and come back stronger. Fellow party attendee Jeezy later shared on The Breakfast Club that he narrowly avoided being shot himself, saying someone had pushed him out of the way just before bullets started flying. Suge Knight's legal troubles continued to mount in late 2014 when he and comedian Cat Williams were both arrested on October 29th for allegedly stealing a camera from a paparazzi photographer in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, as y'all can see, man, Suge been through a whole bunch of bullshit, man. A whole bunch of bullshit. But this Bruce Richardson situation, you know what I'm saying, was another part of that, another twist in the story of Death Row and Suge Knight, man.
The month before.
Suge Knight, of course, rap mogul, and Cat Williams, comedian, they're under arrest after a high-profile robbery, I guess you could call it.
Yep, because the men are accused of stealing a paparazzi's camera.
The charge, second-degree robbery. Both Knight and Williams pleaded not guilty, but the drama didn't end there. While in jail, doctors discovered Knight had a blood clot in his lung, adding health issues to his growing list of problems. The robbery trial was eventually delayed because Suge was already facing far more serious charges related to a separate case. On January 29, 2015, things took a tragic turn. Knight was involved in a hit-and-run incident in Compton, California, that left one man dead and another seriously injured. The victim who died was Terry Carter, a close.
Yeah, most definitely. I think that's true, Nikki. 901 jail might have most definitely saved Suge Knight life, especially if he out here doing this, man. 2015, that's when the Terry Carter incident happened, and that was most definitely Suge running over 2 people. You know, he claimed self-defense, but I guess, you know, courts wasn't looking at it that way. You know what I'm saying?
that left one man dead and another seriously injured. The victim who died was Terry Carter, a close friend and co-founder of Heavyweight Records, while the survivor, filmmaker CLE Sloan, suffered severe injuries, including fractures in his ankles and head trauma.
Where Knight's truck apparently runs over the two men. The truck backs up, hits one man. Seconds later, the truck comes back and runs over.
Witnesses claimed the incident wasn't an accident. They alleged Knight deliberately ran the men over after a heated argument on the Straight Outta Compton film set spilled over into a nearby burger stand parking lot. Security footage later surfaced, appearing to show Knight mowing down both men with his truck before fleeing the scene. Suge claimed it was self-defense, but the evidence painted a different picture. As the Emder trial began to unfold, Suge's health became a recurring issue. In March 2015, he was hospitalized after telling a judge he was going blind and experiencing other complications. That same month, he fired his legal team, claiming he wasn't getting proper medical treatment while in custody. Around this time, his bail was initially set at a staggering $25 million. The announcement didn't sit well with Suge. He collapsed in court after hearing the figure. His bail was eventually reduced to $10 million, but the legal battles and his health issues only got worse. By July 2015, his lawyer revealed that Knight might have a brain tumor, which only added to his already long list of ailments. Despite his declining health, the judge refused to lower his bail. Over the next year, Knight went through multiple attorneys, swapping legal counsel repeatedly as the Emder case dragged on. In July 2016, the court denied Knight's request to reveal the identities of key prosecution witnesses, citing his history of violence as a risk factor. Knight grew emotional after the ruling, stating he feared his health problems would cause him to die in jail. By March 2017, he was back in the hospital due to ongoing blood clots, a condition that had plagued him for over 2 years by then. These health setbacks repeatedly delayed his trial, pushing it all the way to September 2018. In February 2017, he was hit with yet another indictment, this time for allegedly threatening F. Gary Gray, the director of Straight Outta Compton. Prosecutors accused Suge of sending menacing text messages back on August 8, 2014, where he reportedly made threats of death or bodily harm. The details of the texts weren't made public, but the accusations were serious enough to lead to a grand jury indictment. Suge, however, pleaded not guilty, insisting he hadn't threatened Gray, despite the new charges. This particular case didn't stick. As part of his plea deal in the death of Terry Carter, the charges related to the alleged threats were eventually dropped. When the trial finally arrived, Suge decided to cut his losses. He pleaded no contest to voluntary manslaughter, a move that spared him a life sentence but still carried heavy consequences. On sentencing day, the judge handed Knight a 28-year prison term, 22 years for running over Terry Carter, and an additional 6 years under California's 3 strikes law. It was a harsh but not unexpected.
Yeah, Suge serving a 28-year sentence out here in San Diego, man. And yeah, I think he out there in Donovan, a jail, a prison I visited many motherfucking times, man. Many family members I got in that motherfucker. But yeah, this is the story, the untold story of Bruce Richardson, man, and how his story was intertwined into Death Row's story.
Outcome, given his long history of violence and run-ins with the law. As of March 2023, Suge Knight remains incarcerated at R.J. Donovan Correctional Facility in San Diego. He won't be eligible for parole until October 2034, leaving him with a long road ahead behind bars. His life, once filled with power and influence in the music industry, has become a cautionary tale of violence, bad decisions, and the heavy price of a life lived recklessly. As for Bruce, he will always be known as a hustler extraordinaire and someone who did right by people.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So that's the story, man, of Bruce Richardson. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Cause yeah, that shit deep right there. That shit deep, man. That's an untold story. A lot of people, if you're not from the West Coast, you probably not gonna have no idea about Bruce Richardson, man. But he most definitely was a real one, man. So I wanna that's why I wanted to cover this story. Not only did he get into it with Suge Knight and his entourage and come out on top, but Bruce Richardson also took off on Big U. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, one too many times, Bruce Richardson, you know what I'm saying, found himself in front of Suge Knight. Suge Knight tries to actually first, Suge Knight and him come to an agreement on some terms to get one of Bruce Richardson's artists on Tupac's Dramacidal. Suge agrees, Bruce agrees, but then Suge doesn't pay. He don't honor the agreement. And so that was like one of the main triggers. That wasn't even, that was a business situation. So from there, Bruce Richardson felt like Suge was trying to get over on him. And so Suge Knight and Bruce Richardson see each other in a club. Bruce Richardson is with his girl. Suge Knight goes over to Bruce Richardson's girl and tries to knock her. You know what I'm saying? Try to knock her down. Basically tell her to come with me. And Bruce Richardson wasn't having that. As I told y'all earlier, he was a part of the Black martial arts movement that was going on. So he was very much trained in whooping motherfuckers' asses. And so, he from what they say, he got a few wins off Suge. And from what Big U just told you, he took off on Big U. So, you know what I'm saying? But I thought this was a pretty interesting story, man. Bruce Richardson ends up losing his life 2 weeks after the incident where Suge Knight tries to take his girl. And then a little bit after that, Bruce Richardson's girlfriend ends up shot by some train tracks. So, it's a wild story, man. Another wild death row story that y'all probably never heard, man. I thought that was a pretty good story and worth telling, man. But I want to jump now, man. This the remix with Cali Drake, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy, man. Suge wasn't shit. Yeah. I mean, but here's the thing about Suge Knight, Nikki 901. I'm gonna tell you, as much of this kind of stories that I could cover on Suge, it's a lot of people out there that have a lot of good things to say about Suge Knight too, and how he would do Christmas and turkey drives, how he would take the kids from the hood who parents was in jail and take the kids up there to the jail to go see their parents. So, there's a lot of different sides of everybody, you know what I'm saying? But Suge was most definitely one of the more aggressive figures out here. Death Row got into a lot of conflicts, and this was one of those stories that I felt like, if you're not from the West Coast, you probably wouldn't know it, but it's a story that stands out to me, and I felt like it was worth telling, man. But yeah, we're gonna jump, man, because I got a little bit more I want to cover, man. Because it was an update on the Lil Durk situation, man. And before I get out of here, I want to tap in with this. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe to the channel. We're gonna get into this Lil Durk situation. Flip mode action in the building. Salute to you, Queen. Appreciate you for tapping in with your boy, man. Yeah, we finna tap in with this Lil Durk situation, man, because it was an update on Lil Durk's case. And I want to make sure that we stand on top of that, man, because shit, this case been going in many different directions, man. And so I like to make sure that I stay on top of things, keep it fresh in mind. So when the trial really come, we already up on game. You know what I'm saying? So let's tap in with Flacco, man, and see what the hell Flacco talking about in this bitch, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to this motherfucking channel, man.
100 preparing to charge Lil Durk with more murders. They just made a couple of chess moves right in front of our eyes that a lot of us missed, but Lil Durk and them didn't miss it, and they caught it, and they're moving rapidly to make sure the feds don't pull a fast one on them. But I'll be real, I don't think there's anything Lil Durk can do right now, bro. Lil Durk is absolutely 100% cooked. On top of the murder charges, Lil Durk is already fighting for the murder of Quando Rondo's cousin. Lil Durk's name has been linked to the murder of a Chicago man called Stephen Mack for a while now. But this week is the first time we're actually seeing a law enforcement agency making active moves to charge Lil Durk with this murder. They brought up the murder of Stephen Mack when Lil Durk was first indicted, but Lil Durk has a great relationship with the city of Chicago, more specifically the mayor. So Lil Durk his lawyers reached out to the city, and the city was able to issue a statement saying they have no intentions, no plans on charging Lil Durk with this murder. So the feds said already.
Shout out to Juxter in the building, man. We catching up with this Lil Durk situation, man. I'm streaming on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch right now, man. Shout out to all my YouTube viewers and subscribers, man. All the Kick people, man. All the Twitch people, man. So that's probably why you're not able to see different messages and whatnot. But I'll put them up on the screen so y'all can see them in the chat, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. Appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy, man.
Well, we believe the murder of Stephen Mack was committed in aid of racketeering, so that's federal. So we're going to start doing our own investigation here. And what we're seeing is they're strategically setting up certain pieces to make sure Lil Durk, before trial starts, gets charged with this murder. But before we get there, let's talk about the Stephen Mack murder, how he was murdered, and why the feds is linking Lil Durk to this murder. Two individuals was waiting outside of a youth peace center, and as Stephen Mack exited the youth peace center, they hunted him down and shot and killed him. They literally hunted this man down, chased him the length of a football field in the snow. Now, obviously, I'm not going to play this man gruesome murder, because despite his life decisions, this is still somebody's son, somebody's brother, somebody's boyfriend, somebody's father. But this was as gruesome as it gets. And when one person is chasing Stephen Mack like in the snow down the field, another shooter is shooting at the youth peace center because people are poking their head out the door. Before we even touch on the exact moves the feds have made this week to make sure they're charging Lil Durk with this murder, if you're still confused as to why Lil Durk is even being connected to this, how does two random dudes on camera killing this random dude, how does this tie back to Lil Durk? How do they know it ties back to Lil Durk? Well, let's slow it down for a second and let me bring in old Flacco, so old Flacco can explain to you exactly why the feds are tying this to Lil Durk. The guy on your left is Anthony Montgomery. The guy on your right is Preston Powell. These two dudes were responsible for the death of the Smashville GD leader, Stephen Mack. What the feds will claim is after Lil Durk's brother D-Thing was murdered, Lil Durk became bloodthirsty. He put a bag on any and every GD in Chicago's head. He wanted them gone. According to an informant, at the time that Stephen Mack passed away, he was the respected leader of the Smashville GDs. So this was the perfect candidate to send a message to the city after Lil Durk's brother D-Thing got killed.
Yeah, so they saying Lil Durk allegedly was very much putting a bag on anything moving from the GD side after his brother D-Thing got killed.
This right here is the suspected killer of Lil Durk's brother D-Thing. Now you're probably asking yourself, Flacco, why don't Durk just get him? He's currently in jail for a double homicide, bro. All right, so even if Durk wanted to, he can't. Feds will claim that Lil Durk got Stephen Mack hit, not only because Stephen Mack was a GD, but Stephen Mack was also really close with the alleged killer. So CHS1 has reported that Lil Durk was and still is offering money for people to kill those responsible for his brother's murder.
Okay, so what they alleging is that the friend of this guy was who they ended up unaliving, because this guy who was the alleged shooter of D-Thing, Lil Durk's brother, I think he's serving a double life. So they wouldn't be able to get to him in that instance. But I think that, you know, allegedly the feds is saying that they got Lil Durk. They got this dude's, I guess his best friend or something like that.
He can't. Feds will claim that Lil Durk got Stephen Mack hit, not only because Stephen Mack was a GD, but Stephen Mack was also really close with the alleged killer. So CHS1 has reported that Lil Durk was and still is offering money for people to kill those responsible for his brother's murder, and more specifically, offering to pay money for any GD that is killed. CHS1 has also indicated that D-Thing was killed by members of Dump Street. According to CHS1, Dump Street is a GD faction on the south side of Chicago. According to CHS1, Dump Street member Individual A was a close associate of Mack. According to law enforcement records, Individual A is currently in pre-trial custody for allegedly committing a double murder that took place at a country club Hills, Illinois. And yeah, that's the dude that we just showed you. Lil Durk hasn't been charged with this Stephen Mack murder, obviously, because they don't have enough to charge him. But what exactly do they have, and what's keeping them motivated to further this investigation to try to tie Lil Durk to this?
Yeah, shout out to Flacco, man. That's a great question. You know what I mean? Because the feds is pressing, man. They got Lil Durk. Lil Durk been hemmed up for a minute now, and the feds didn't change. They didn't change strategies. They didn't went from tying this body or that body to now Rico. So Flacco doing a great job of breaking this down, man. That's why I wanted to push this video out, man, and get this on. You know what I mean? Get this out there to the people and figure out, man. Hey, is Lil Durk coming back? Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Is Lil Durk coming home, or do the feds got way too much motherfucking information on OTF and what they've been doing out here in these streets?
So after Montgomery and Powell murdered Stephen Mack, Powell was not really connected to Durk. Montgomery was the one that had the OTF and Durk connection. So Powell trying to get paid, he trying to get his money. So Powell's texting Montgomery, bro, what's up with OTF? And Montgomery responded back, nothing, right? Because why you texting me this, bro? All right, so then Powell said, what you mean, they not paying? Montgomery texted back, we waiting. He come up here on the 17th. Durk had a show on the 17th, and he also filmed a music video on the 17th.
Okay, so I think that's pretty important right there, man. They saying that allegedly these text messages is between, I guess, members of OTF or members of people that Lil Durk allegedly contracted to do the hit. And they saying that in this text stream that Lil Durk gonna be in the rack and on the 17th. And he actually did have a show on the 17th. So that's a pretty strong piece of evidence right there that at least puts Lil Durk in the proximity of whatever this text message thread is alleged.
The 17th came. Powell texted, stand on that. Why you with Durk and them? So he's saying, bruh, if we ain't get paid, why you with Durk and them? All right. So then he texted him again. Did Durk gave you that money? Montgomery is a slimy dude, and he did Powell dirty, and we're going to break that down shortly. But texting about compensation for open murder ain't the dumbest thing these two dudes did, bruh. You know, I'm not sure if Lil Durk employed these dudes directly or if the bag was just up there and they went ahead and got it done themselves. But these two dudes are the dumbest criminals I've ever seen. Maybe not Powell. Montgomery is the dumbest. So Montgomery and Powell waited in the parking lot in their black Chrysler, waited for Stephen Mack to walk past him to go to his vehicle. Once his back was turned, they hopped out and killed him. So after they killed him, they have a vehicle parked, by the way, right? They hopped out the vehicle to do it. The vehicle is parked. These two dudes left the vehicle parked, panicked, and ran off after committing a murder.
Okay, so this is Flacco breaking down the situation between Lil Durk and one of the unalivings that took place that he actually is the feds is trying to wrap him up in right now.
Drive off, ran off on foot. Once they got a few blocks down the way, right? You know, they got away. Montgomery realized he left his phone in the vehicle that they hopped out of to commit the murder. The vehicle.
Shout out to CapEx Edutainment in the building. Rum, is that a Morris Tiger? Oh, I'm most definitely a Morris Tiger in this motherfucker, man. Let me get to the screen. Listen, hold up. Let me get to the screen so you can see. I most definitely, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I most definitely hit Morris up for a couple years, you know what I'm saying? Got into a little altercation and I had to do my 1-2 to the promised land. You know what I'm saying? I ended up going to UC most definitely. But yeah, this is him. This is me. What you know about that Morris Tiger? What's that all about? Where'd that come from? Who are you? Hold up, CapEx Edutainment. Who is you? You know what I'm saying? Hey, salute to you, man. Appreciate you for tapping in. You feel me? Let me get back to this. Yeah. Morris Tigers, man. I'm gonna dive back into that a little later. Yeah. Blast from the past type shit. You dig? Hey, what you know about them Tigers muffins? Here you go. What you know about Morris, man? Who is that? Who is that? I might have to tap in with you in a minute. I'm gonna tap in with you in a minute. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel while you in here. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with your boy, man.
That's on surveillance of y'all hopping out and committing a murder, and you left your phone in the vehicle, and it gets dumber. Okay, so Montgomery thought that he was doing some type of 4D chess move because 45 minutes after the murder, he called AT&T to report his phone stolen. Yeah, okay, buddy. All right. Oh, his phone was in the vehicle because it was man, cut it out, bruh. You would think this was a Lil Durk indictment because they brought a gang expert to testify that Lil Durk was confessing to the murder of Stephen Mack in the Aha song. Yo, bro, this Aha song got Lil Durk in a lot of trouble, bro, because this Aha song was also mentioned in Quando Rondo's indictment. So it was.
Yeah, that's a fact. So the Aha song is mentioned in Quando indictment and is mentioned in Lil Durk paperwork because it's a video where Lil Durk is simulating, you know what I'm saying, sending Quando Rondo to the upper room. And so I think Rondo made another video, you know what I'm saying, in retaliation of that. So they was on some real deep video war back and forth shit, but the Aha song is a part of that. And so they using that in court as well.
February 22nd, 2022, Lil Durk released a song titled Aha after Stephen Mack was murdered. Now, the gang expert says that they believe the lyrics to this song can reasonably be interpreted to be references to Lil Durk having people killed. For example, in one portion of Aha, Lil Durk rapped, "We be sliding through they blocks, they don't know we have. Buddy, I got shot and we ain't claim it, but I can show his eye." Now, based on a gang expert's training, he would say, based on my training and experience and knowledge of this investigation, I believe that these lyrics can reasonably be interpreted to be a reference to Mack's murder. After Mack was murdered, an unknown individual recorded YPC's, which was the youth center, surveillance video of the murder on what appears to have been a separate video recording device, possibly a cell phone, and they distributed the video to a lot of people, including Durk. Here's the filming of the music video. And you know who was in that music video? You know who Lil Durk put in the music video front row? He put Anthony Montgomery, the alleged killer of Stephen Mack. And you see Lil Durk circled in the middle and Montgomery is circled on your left. So you got lyrics that are expected or suspected to be about Stephen Mack, and then you have Stephen Mack killer in the video. Durk, this is self-snitching at levels I ain't never seen before, bro. You got it right.
Yeah. So this is another shout out to Flacco, man. He on it, man. So what Flacco is saying is Lil Durk did the Aha video, which was done after the murder of Stephen Mack, who they thought, you know, was alleged to have taken out, or was alleged to be the homie of the guy that took out D-Thing. And in the video, the guy on the front is a guy that had something to do with all this shit. I'm gonna let them tell you.
The alleged killer of Stephen Mack. And you see Lil Durk circled in the middle and Montgomery is circled on your left. So you got lyrics that are expected or suspected to be about Stephen Mack, and then you have Stephen Mack killer in the video. Durk, this is self-snitching at levels I ain't never seen before, bro. You gotta relax. But the self-snitching don't stop here. No. You know they gotta make it easy for the feds, bro. Anthony Montgomery, the suspected killer of Stephen Mack, he posted to his Facebook story. He posted a huge amount of money. Now, he don't have a job, he don't have a business, so where did he get this huge amount of money from? Well, the feds have an idea, because when he posted a picture with a huge amount of money, he had a song playing and lyrics appearing on the screen. Now, when you make a Facebook story, you actually choose what part of the song you want to appear on your screen. Anthony Montgomery chose those specific lyrics. "We be sliding through the block and they don't know we have." So the killer that was in the Aha video with Lil Durk, the lyric that the feds pointed out that they believe is related to Stephen Mack, the suspected killer went from being in the music video to going to social media, posting a picture of himself holding up a lot of cash with the Lil Durk Aha playing in the background and those specific lyrics appearing on the screen. Boy, y'all gotta stop making it this easy for them folks, bro.
Yeah, that's a lot of incriminating information right there, man. Yeah, the guy that's supposed to be the hitter just came up on a gang of bread, and in the caption he's showing it in the video, which ain't never a good thing, because the IRS gonna want to know where the fuck that money came from. But in any event, before the IRS gets you, nigga, you're telling yourself because you got a Lil Durk fucking, you got the most incriminating part of the song tattooed on the video, bro. You can't make this shit up, man.
Boy, y'all gotta stop making it this easy for them folks, bro. Whole time Preston Powwow is waiting to get paid. Anthony Montgomery got paid, and bro, he stopped answering Preston Powwow calls, man. Anthony Montgomery was arrested for a state case before he was arrested for this murder of Stephen Mack. Now, when he was arrested for the state case, the feds were already investigating him for this murder. So what happened was the feds put a confidential informant in his cell, and they got recordings of him confessing everything, labeling exactly how he murdered Stephen Mack, labeling who he did it for, giving the whole operation, how he picked up who he was going to do it with. This man told it all, and the feds got everything on recording. While in state prison for this gun case, they were already investigating Montgomery for the murder of Stephen Mack. So they put a confidential informant in the same cell as him, and he was wired up. He had a recording device, and he was recording all the conversations they was having with Montgomery.
Yeah, man. So the feds is playing a dirty game out here. They didn't slid an informant in the cell to get all the information, man.
And Montgomery confessed everything they needed to know, everything. The paperwork says while in state custody, Montgomery Wilson discussed Stephen Mack's murder with his cellmate, who unbeknownst to him had agreed to assist the government by recording their conversation. As discussed below, during his recorded conversation with the confidential source, Montgomery Wilson detailed how him and Powwow murdered Stephen Mack to collect a cash bounty from a Chicago-based rapper, Individual A, which is Lil Durk. So he goes, I told on Mike, we put up, nigga, his homie calling his phone, his homie and blank, we pull up to the lot, they tell us, man, there's an armed security. I'm like, cool, on Mike. So they say on Mike, which is like, you know, like they merchant it, right? So it's like on God. So on God, I tell Marley Ninja, you ain't gotta do nothing. Keep a security guard off us. On my dead knees, you ain't gotta do ish. So he's telling this story like, yo, he's just a super killer, brother. He's telling dude, man, bro, I'm gonna do this all by myself, bro. I got it. Right? So he gave the dude order, which is, yo, keep the security guard off us. So we pulled up on Mike. We waited there like 20 minutes. I'm on FaceTime video with Lil Fred and they, man, keep us on FaceTime. I want to hear the shots. I want to hear this.
Yeah, this is way too much information. When a motherfucker start reading paragraphs and shit, this is way too much information that the feds have documented against Lil Durk and his entourage, man. So, yeah, man. Indeed, bro. I like subs off top, but damn, these celebrities stand. They chose circles. They be stupid, willing, ignoring, and literally slower than crockpots. Like, come on, might as well be tagged to the feds. Yeah, most definitely, bro. You might as well tag and post the feds on every motherfucking post because, you know, especially when you got these kind of ties, when you got these kind of street organizational, you know what I mean, entanglements you got going on, and they know your name, and when they know where you at, and I mean, come on, bro, this is just way too much fucking information, bro. Like, this is way too much information, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the
So whole time, yo, these dudes is treating a real body as if it's like a television series. Hey, yo, I want to hear the murder, bro. Bro, what type of killers are y'all? I want to hear this ish.
Hey, that's the realest shit though, bro. Like, hey, listen. Just because you got heart, right now, I ain't even call this having heart, but just because you willing to go, you know, let that thing go, don't mean that you the brightest motherfucker in the world. As you can see, man, motherfuckers think they're untouchable, and you know, all that time the feds just building the case on you.
Supposed to made it that far, Ninja. Only reason he made it that far, folk, I had that big ass gun. Bro, he talking about, bro, I'm usually a precise killer, bro. I usually, bro, get them down immediately, bro. He was only able to run and make that far because the gun was too heavy, bro. I had to run and chase it, bro. I'm usually too short when God. Bro, you're gonna die under that prison, bro. You not getting out of this?
Yeah, this is listen, this is a lot of evidence. I mean, if this is the conversation that these motherfuckers was having on text message back, oh yeah, that's say la vie, bro. Niggas talking about telling, they telling on they self. Like, man, yeah. If you out there in them streets right now, if you a young motherfucker and you listening to this, man, this is message time. It's message time in the motherfucking show, man. I gotta give a message to the motherfucker. If you a young motherfucker out there and you in them streets right now, man, I want you to look at this shit right here and retire your motherfucking jersey, bro. Okay? Technology already beating your ass anyway. It's cameras everywhere. As soon as you jump out on some shit, a motherfucker just gonna record you and send it to the police anyway. So do yourself a favor, man, and get a new motherfucking hustle, man.
I had that big eye gun and I couldn't. I really don't want to be trying to shoot from no distance. I'm trying to really get on top of you, which he did. He got up close after Stephen.
Listen, this is the second part of that message. If you gonna do the crime, don't do this stupid ass shit right here. Leave your phone at home and be a ghost, motherfucker. But you didn't hear that from me.
I fell, got on top of him, and finished it off. So he explained that he had the 60 round in that bit, right? He let 3 shots out. When he first came out, Marley said to me, wait until he gets to his car. You're out tweaking. By the time he gets to his car, that's enough time to get a pipe. Scratch off anything. Well, that's what the CS says, scratch off anything. So Montgomery says he wasn't going to let him get to his car, that as soon as he walked out, he says, man, soon as he makes it halfway out in between our car and his car, bust door down, he already was on the car where he first came out. So he was on the car, meaning, but he already peeped the car and he was walking fast as hell trying to get to his car to grab pipe, just in case. So that's when Montgomery says, he was on our car when he first came out the door. He looked, we behind 10. That's how the feds know that Lil Durk was involved in this beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Flacco for breaking this down, man. Yeah, this is exactly how the feds know. I mean, they got it right here in black and white. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe that. I mean, I guess I can believe it, but motherfuckers is texting all this information, man. Like, you want to get caught. You will see that this is the difference between what's going on. This is why the older players and the older OGs can't really respect what's going on out here in these streets today. The goal back in the day was to not get caught. That was the whole fucking goal. Do your shit. Get back to your people. That's it. Simple shit, right? Somewhere along the line, getting caught by the police became cool. I don't know when this happened. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments. When did this whole shift of I want to be caught by the police happen? Because, I was always taught, square as a box of Applejack. I'll put some glasses on and a bow tie when the police come around, because I don't want them looking at me for nothing. When did this whole shit shift where it became cool to get caught by the police, man? Y'all let me know in the comments, because this young generation, man, that's what they on. That's what they on.
He was
man.
on the car, meaning, but he already peeped the car and he was walking fast as hell trying to get to his car to grab pipe, just in case. So that's when Montgomery says, he was on our car when he first came out the door. He looked, we behind 10. That's how the feds know that Lil Durk was involved in this beyond a shadow of a doubt. Durk put the bag up. They came collecting, dude closer to Lil Durk, got the money. They didn't give nothing to the other dude. Other dude goes on a run for 2 years. This dude get picked up, Anthony Montgomery, for another case. He told the CS everything they needed to know about his involvement in the Stephen Mack murder. Now, Preston Powell was eventually caught after 2 years on the run. They're both currently in custody, but they both took a plea deal as of today. And this plea deal came, I think, a couple of days ago. But them pleading guilty was not good enough. They had to agree to certain stipulations, and the stipulations they agreed to It was very strategic by the feds. They made them agree to this because these stipulations will make them charging Lil Durk with this murder a whole lot easier. And both Montgomery and Preston Powell are both cooperating with the government. The federal government has officially alerted Lil Durk and his defense counsel that they plan on using the murder of Stephen Mack against Lil Durk. So they said right here,
Oh yeah, that's a game changer right there. That's a game changer right there. So the feds are saying that they're going to use the unaliving of Stephen Mack, who was the friend of the guy that you know what I'm saying, they saying an unalived D thing. The feds are trying to use that against Lil Durk as well.
government informed defense counsel that it was considering filing a superseding indictment before trial that will make the Chicago murder of Stephen Mack and the attempted murder of AW, which is the case he called with King Von in Atlanta, which, by the way, those charges was dropped against Lil Durk because they say King Von did it. And King Von and THF Zoo, who both apparently were involved in that attempted murder incident, they are both dead. And they were the people that Atlanta PD is saying those were the two that committed those acts, and Lil Durk had nothing to do with it. So they go, we plan on bringing up the SM and the attempted murder in Georgia as relevant and direct evidence at trial. That you are this mob boss, you are the head of this criminal enterprise, and you are the one responsible for the murder of Stephen Mack. And so they asked, okay, what relevant, like how are you guys gonna prove this? Like, how are you guys gonna bring this up? Like what new evidence do you guys have? Well, Preston Powell and Anthony Montgomery, they recently pled guilty in a northern district of Illinois to use of a firearm during and in relation to a crime of violence, murder for hire, for murdering SN, among other things. Defendant Powell admitted there was a cash bounty for Stephen Mack murder and that he participated in a conspiracy with Anthony Montgomery Wilson to murder Stephen Mack and collect the payment. Now, Preston Powell was the person texting Anthony Montgomery, hey, bruh, did Durk and them send you that money yet? Hey, yo, what's up with OTF, bro? OTF send you the money yet for Stephen Mack's murder, bro? Hey, bro, I need the money from OTF. He's now saying, yeah, I'll plead guilty. Yep, I killed Stephen Mack because OTF had a bounty out for Stephen Mack's murder. So now Preston Powell is cooperating with the police, with the feds. So now the feds got the murderer. He's claiming, oh yeah, Lil Durk and them put the bag up for Stephen Mack. And this is going to be the direct cause to the superseded indictment where they eventually charge Lil Durk for Stephen Mack's murder.
Yeah. It ain't looking good for Lil Durk, man. It ain't looking good for Lil Durk. So the guy that they saying unalived Stephen Mack is now cooperating. Let me spin that back. I want to make sure I got that all the way right.
Payment. Now, Preston Powell was the person texting Anthony Montgomery, hey, bruh, did Durk and them send you that money yet? Hey, yo, what's up with OTF, bro? OTF send you the money yet for Stephen Mack's murder, bro? Hey, bro, I need the money from OTF. He's now saying, yeah, I'll plead guilty. Yep, I killed Stephen Mack because OTF had a bounty out for Stephen Mack's murder. So now Preston Powell is cooperating with the police, with the feds. So now the feds got the murderer. He's claiming, oh yeah, Lil Durk and them put the bag up for Stephen Mack. And this is going to be the direct cause to the superseded indictment where they eventually charge Lil Durk for Stephen Mack's murder. Durk is cooked, you're fried, bruh. Now listen, okay? If Durk is innocent, I pray he beat him, man. If he guilty, well, you know the answer to that, bruh.
Yeah, how many of y'all think Lil Durk got a shot out there, man? You know what I'm saying? Or is Lil Durk coming home, or is this just way too much? Way too much. Yeah, this is a lot. This is a lot right here, man. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. Is Lil Durk ever coming home? Is we gonna get another banger from the voice of the streets, man? Or, you know what I'm saying? Is he at his final destination, man?
He's claiming, oh yeah, Lil Durk and them put the bag up for Stephen Mack. And this is going to be the direct cause to the superseded indictment where they eventually charge Lil Durk for Stephen Mack's murder. Durk is cooked, you're fried, bruh. Now listen, okay? If Durk is innocent, I pray he beat him, man. If he guilty, well, you know the answer to that, bruh. Cook him. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think of this, man? Do y'all?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Is Lil Durk ever coming home, man? Is Lil Durk ever gonna see the light of motherfucking day, bro? Or is it just way too much, man? I mean, they having conversations, you know what I'm saying? There's various conversations, you know what I mean? Flip witnesses. I mean, this is the whole like nigga. This is text messages right here that they done pulled off. I mean, they're just telling everything. So that's why it's hard for me to say that we gonna see Durk anytime soon, man. I gotta be real. I mean, it's you know what I mean. Man, look at the. I mean, this is they just telling on themselves, man. They telling on themselves, and when they ain't telling on themselves, the motherfuckers that they did crimes with is telling on them. So it might be over for Lil Durk, man. I'm sad to say, you know what I'm saying? But this is the remix with Cali Dre, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with your boy. Shit, what did we talk about tonight, man? We most definitely updated the Lil Durk case. You know what I'm saying? We got into the Ray J response. Ray J and Sauce Walka got a little something going on. Sauce Walka got them motherfucking $600 zips, the Brandy Little Brother zips. You know what I'm saying? He's slinging the motherfuckers out the trunk of the Maybach. And Ray J ain't too happy about that shit. But I thought that shit was pretty funny as well. What else did we talk about, man? Oh, the untold story of Bruce Richardson, man. Hey, Bruce Richardson was a savage out here in LA streets, man. He made a lot of noise and moved real quietly at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Bruce Richardson got into it with Suge Knight, got into it with Big U, and came out on top of those incidences, but he ended up losing his life after that last incident with Suge Knight. First Lady Mimi in the building. Salute, Queen. I appreciate you for tapping into the show, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate all y'all, man. But yeah, the Bruce Richardson story, I thought that was a great story that needed to be told, man. If you ain't from the West Coast, you probably not up on game on that, but he was most definitely a factor out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and he already he might as well get to the arts and crafting or some prison. Oh, you talk about Lil Durk? Yeah, Durk. He might already be at home. Shit, I think he had his. You know what I mean? I think he where he gonna be for a while. But yeah, man, this the remix with Cali Dre. Subscribe to the channels, man. I'm streaming on YouTube, Twitch, Kick. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, all that, man. You know what I mean? Tap in with me, send me videos. You know what I'm saying? Support the movement, man. I'm gonna have a lot more stuff going on as well, man. I got some interviews and stuff planned. I'm looking high and low, you know what I'm saying? Trying to bring y'all this good entertainment. You know what I mean? Make sure y'all subscribe to the homies too, man. When I be playing their videos, I'll be playing videos after the show. I mean, a lot of them motherfuckers be my homies, people I know. You know what I'm saying? Support them as well, man. But yeah. That's it, motherfuckers. I'm finna go get on this motherfucking NCAA 2027 I just downloaded. You know what I'm saying? Roll up some of this motherfucking gas, man. And we gonna get back to this shit tomorrow, man. I'm most definitely gonna do a live tomorrow, even if I just come back, talk a little politics, talk a little whatever going on tomorrow, and clown around with you motherfuckers, man. I'm gonna definitely show up tomorrow. Then Sunday, I think I'm gonna do episode 2 of the AI versus humanity, man. I dropped doing something new, man. Trying to do a little something that's more business related and build some networking as well. But I'm doing that in the daytime on Sundays, man. When you motherfuckers is sober and when y'all ain't got no liquor in your system, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, do it in the daytime on a Sunday. Hopefully you motherfuckers are sober enough to intake the information, man. But I'm gonna get back to this. I'm gonna get back to this type shit tomorrow, man. I'm gonna be back tomorrow talking some more shit. So make sure y'all subscribe to the channels. This the remix with Cali Dre. I appreciate y'all for tapping in.
Money on my mind, got my money in my mind. Money on my mind, got no time for that limelight. I'm from California, man, I guess we'll start with that. Bang down starter caps, glued to the cul-de-sac, looking like an artifact, trying to get their money back. Yellow jackets coming, mama about to have a heart attack. Southeast San Diego, we was at the heart of that. Moved up out the hood, my nigga, you ain't want no part of that. Move to work and let the money drip the laundromat. I pray to God the homie get his little daughter back. So many problems and it's not even a part of rap. So many suckers and they hating and they copycat. And life is bigger than these bitches that you hollered at. And if you bleed a dollar, better get $3 back. And all I'm giving is the facts. Pay attention to the stats and never making mention of the jacks. Gotta keep the money stacked, work your way through the tracks. Money motivated to the max. Money on my mind, got my money in my mind, right. Money on my mind, got my money in my mind, right. Money on my mind, got my money in my mind, right. Money on my money on my.
This summer, the cup is bigger than ever.
It seems like an illusion. It's getting crazy out here for sure. So I'm just gonna stay out the way. Cause these niggas ain't playing fair no more.
Yeah, OG, I can jump out of character, but I like to keep the peace. My homie always told me you could stay out the way. Sometime it goes left, you gotta pull out the bag. It comes with the territory, straight plain Jane. Won't sugarcoat it, nigga, I'm a grown ass man. I'm certified, don't need to prove you nothing. And already put the work in, little youngin'. It takes a lot just to walk in my shoes. And I done seen it all, been through it all, win or lose. So watch your mouth when you say, oh, hey. And if you got a little game, niggas say hell yeah. So right about now, ain't no rules to the street. And you will never catch me slipping on me.
It seems like an illusion. It's getting crazy out here for sure. So I'm just gonna stay out the way. Cause these niggas ain't playing fair no more. Yeah, that's for sure. In these streets, better show no fear. This is how it go, it is what it is. Don't try to test me across that line. People's changed in hella weird. My head on the swivel and my eyes in the rear. Better watch out for the company that you keep. You will never catch me slipping on me.
Bang. You never catch me slipping in the streets. And always keep a banger on me. And some like to call me OG. I can jump out of character, but I like to keep the peace. My homie always told me you could stay out the way. Sometime it goes left, you gotta pull out the bag. It comes with the territory, straight plain Jane. Won't sugarcoat it, nigga, I'm a grown ass man. I'm certified, don't need to prove you nothing. And already put the work in, little youngin'. It takes a lot just to walk in my shoes. And I done seen it all, been through it all, win or lose. So watch your mouth when you say, oh, hey. If you got a little game, niggas say hell yeah. So right about now, ain't no rules to the street. And you will never catch me slipping on me. Let's talk about it.
It's getting crazy out here for sure. So I'm just gonna stay out the way. Cause these niggas ain't playing fair no more. Yeah, that's for sure. In these streets, better show no fear. This is how it go, it is what it is. Don't try to test me across that line. People's changed in hella weird. My head on the swivel and my eyes in the rear. Better watch out for the company that you keep. You will never catch me.
I just don't watch these niggas. I don't trust these niggas, man. Fuck these niggas. Get away. No grips on the K. High, get in, level up. Gotta watch your head when you burn it up. Homie killed the homie, and the homie set it up. He said the snake gon' show when the grass cut. Nigga caught a body for $100. Eyes on a swivel like an owl's head. Got him. I'ma keep it honky, stay about bread. Got him. You ain't my friend, yep. No, you ain't my home, no. No, you ain't my pot, no. Never been my bro, no. You don't fuck with me, no. I won't fuck with you. Use all the fake little things, brand new. Spoon feed a nigga, keep it kosher. You know you gotta keep your enemies closer. It's a war out here. Be a soldier, You gotta play chess,
It
not
seems
poker.
like an illusion, It's getting crazy out here for sure. So I'm just gonna stay out the way. Cause these niggas ain't playing fair no more. And that's for sure. In these streets, better show no fear. This is how it go, it is what it is. Y'all trying to test me across that line. People's changed in hella weird. My head on the swivel and my eyes in the rear. You better watch out for the company that you keep. You would never catch me slipping on me.
Hey, brother, is that a gold tooth in your mouth? Don't smile with that gold tooth when you get back to the ghetto, please. One of them niggas a nigga mine in your face.
Give me top, but don't drool on my Lambo blessed. All the doors open up. God's gift, but you can't roll this in a Dutch. Keep it smooth or get stuck in a clutch. Oh, he banged out? Nah, bitch. What the shit? Yeah, ho. Grew up on the east side. Between Daniel Boone and Palo.
We was running blood from the top, from the bottom, blood. From 9th grade blood before that though. Oh, before that though. Before that, well, when you was running Keeler, blood, I was at O'Farrell blood on the set. 6 running mates all the way to the top, blood. To Morris High School, nigga. Blood, on the set. On the set. Yeah, on blood. We
put a price on his head, don't kill him, just let him stress. No muscle under his skin, he bluffing, just let him flex. I was on Brookhaven around the corner from K-Brook John. Born in the turf, I walked right on. G's in my pocket, it's a few G's that owe me. I said let them live, save the life of some of they homies. Don't sugarcoat shit, I'm uncut, nigga, I've been in G. Favorite number 8, favorite letter P. You know my niggas slam like Onyx. I tried to give them logic, but they understand nonsense.
Crazy side, 2 straps up in a G-Ride. Me and all my niggas, we been thugging since we was knee-high. Money on his head and he gon' really get his ceiling cracked. Anytime the house a slid, you know we done spin it back in the day, homies. East side, 2 straps up in a G-Ride. Me and all my niggas, we been thugging since we was knee-high. Money on his head and he gon' really get his ceiling cracked. Anytime the house a slid, you know we done spin it back in the day, homies.
Hey, ho, I want me to save him like I'm Jesus. I seen too many strong fall for me to go out like the weakest. Never let go of your dignity, hold tight. You better keep it. These niggas out here falling out, stepping out of bounds. Reaching. Everybody paid their dues. Everybody ran the streets. Until you really ask him like, nigga, where's the receipts? The real need to stick together. The real is so outnumbered. The real don't do fuck shit. Cause the real niggas know better. The feds might be listening. Speaking hypothetically, they refuse to see us win like after the A. I can't let it be. I'm smooth as a pimp still. Smooth like when you feel sick. Still sharp as steel when I'm still tripping over spilled milk. Breathing in this oxygen. Itching for the block again. Fucking my psychiatrist. She gives the best counseling. Hella sick. Cough up a loogie, then prepare to spit. Me a hog taking over shit. Even if they can't admit.
Crazy side, 2 straps up in a G-Ride. Me and all my niggas, we been thugging since we was knee-high. Money on his head and he gon' really get his ceiling cracked. Anytime the house a slid, you know we done spin it back in the day, homies. East side, 2 straps up in a G-Ride. Me and all my niggas, we been thugging since we was knee-high. Money on his head and he gon' really get his ceiling cracked. Anytime the house a slid, you know we done spin it back in the day, homies.
Feel like your tooth sensitivity isn't severe enough to deal with?
When we step through the club, nigga flossy as fuck. Flossy eyes wide open shut, grabbing bitches' butts. It's them gangsters and pimps sliding through the dough in slow-mo, controlled by the dodo. South to San Diego, the home of the set trippers. Money getters, heavy hitters, bruisers, rippers. I pause, grab my balls in my G-boy stance. Bitches coming out of their bras and out of their pants. With the kitty cat fat for the back, overstuffed, puffed and packed like a fat sack. Coming in pairs like a Kit Kat. Get back, you bitch nigga, cause I fade you with that Kit Kat.
Gangsters, niggas, and bitches out here swinging on her. Hips and hoes take up hoes like they famous on her. Rims park with a parking lot shining, so don't make my night go. Don't make my night go. Gangsters, niggas, and bitches out here swinging on her. Hips and hoes take up hoes like they famous on her. Rims park with a parking lot shining, so don't make my night go.
We gon' do it like real niggas would. Get the drink, get the tank like real niggas should. Get the party poppin', get the panties dropping. Once the E get rolling, ain't no stopping. You know, gangsters post up in the back, forming circles, hitting doja with they gats and they laugh. Then the pimps pull up and they latch with they hoes in the back, getting they floss on tough before they send them to the track. It be nights like this when we don't know how to act. My demeanor when I pull up is like I'm back, stepping out something new with the nukes, throw back, running white with the SD kitty cats.
Gangsters, niggas, and bitches out here swinging on her. Hips and hoes take up hoes like they famous on her. Rims park with a parking lot shining, so don't make my night go. Don't make my night go. Gangsters, niggas, and bitches out here swinging on her. Hips and hoes take up hoes like they famous on her. Rims park with a parking lot shining, so don't make my night go. I like to see gangsters shit and swing with a gangster boogie. Flame down moves and the blues that come through. I bet. Bring out your toys, your riders, your Chevy Impalas. New whips cost chips, so a bitch gon' holler. Some homies pulled up clean in a Maybach. TVs and shit, and some niggas gon' hate that. Shit, congratulate that. You lay off in the cut and just knock a bitch, just try and get rich. And let a nigga trip, I ain't gon' cock back shit, just plow. Who's dangerous now? But I really ain't trying to get my night denim buddy in. Use my buddy to the first degree, come on. Gangsters, niggas, and bitches out here swinging on her. Hips and hoes take up hoes like they famous on her. Rims park with a parking lot shining, so don't make my night go. Don't make my night go. Gangsters, niggas, and bitches out here swinging on her. Hips and hoes take up hoes like they famous on her. Rims park with a parking lot shining, so don't make my night go.